you can't rely on, riveting sports stories that go absolutely nowhere, and analysis that make zero sense. Get up to date, slightly confused weather reports from our lead meteorologist, Jane.
The weather on Liza is absolutely beautiful.
In-depth sports coverage that misses the point entirely with our newest Delta recruit, Tom.
I don't understand how this is fun.
And the current events you can actually rely on, assuming she doesn't hit you with a bat lift. Our KDF warrior, Diane. This is your Federation Space News Network team with your anchor, Bob? What the hell? Who wrote this script? No, not you, Bob. I'm your host, Captain Spicy Pants, and you're watching the Zero to Endgame report. What's going on, everybody? I'm Captain Spicy Pants. Happy Monday. The hell? Okay, there we go. I was like, why is the game not coming up? It didn't want to work with me there for a second, but I hope you all had a fantastic weekend. Some of you on the Twitch side may have caught me yesterday with a surprise stream, and we had a lot of fun doing that. So, as I've said before, even though we do stream regularly on Monday nights, there are chances that we will show up randomly, and that's what we do. So, yeah, tonight I'm gonna start this off streaking time. Hey, look at that 5-stream streak. 5-stream streak. Oh, that's a tongue twister. How are you, Sarah? Good to see you. What the hell, chat box? Refresh that, maybe. I spent all day fixing this chat box. Now, there we go. There we go. Now we can see everything. Don Brook, welcome aboard. How are you? Good to see you. I spent all day fixing that stupid chat box down below because you know how many VODs I've watched where the chat box was not showing up, and I'm like, what is going on here? I had to rewrite the code myself because that is a custom code. I had to rewrite it myself because I had the fade out and everything completely messing everything up. So now y'all's chat should stay up on screen. So if you want to watch it in full screen and not have to worry about the chat, there you go. All right. So we got to do some of Bob's work tonight and his, well, if y'all didn't see it, his week 14 progress report. He is definitely elite ready. He is ready to roll, and we have to talk about that. We have to discuss some things about that because I made a oopsie, made a big oopsie. But we'll get into that as more people trickle in. I don't want to blow it all here at the start of stream. So we will we'll talk about that when that comes. But anyways, Don Brook, I hope you're doing well. Sarah, I hope you're doing well. Y'all have a good weekend. Anything fun, exciting, new, crazy, scary, all of the above? I don't know. Could be a list of things. All right. While I wait for people to trickle in, I guess I'll just load. We'll start from the worst character, Jane, and work our way to the better character, Bob. Sorry, Jane. It's just that's how it is. Gotta do the slow stuff with you because I didn't take very good care of the alts on this account. But you know, they can at least do some of the stuff. All right, what do we got to do today? Tholian ships, destroy torpedoes, and defeat Terrans. Yay! I mean, we can earn 5,000 fleet credits. That's a very easy universal for us to do. I don't have any reroll tokens, and all these guys are broke from their dilithium because, well, we had an upgrade weekend, and you know, Bob took advantage of that. Right. So I guess I'm kind of stuck with what I've got. Terrans on the ground. That could be a TFO. Destructible torpedoes can also be a TFO. We could do Tholian ships, and it's too bad red alerts aren't up. We could do Tholian ships in. I guess we could do that in a TFO too. But no, there's actually a good story mission for that. I actually have it on my list. I just can't think of the name of it right now. But we can do that. I think we'll just do the DSEs first. So if anybody needs their DSEs or wants to join, you're more than welcome to. If not, that's okay. I am going to be running them 3 per character until I get to Bob, and then Bob's gonna run everything the rest of the night, I think. But we might jump over to the main account. We might play around with some stuff over there, but I think tonight I just kind of need to buckle down on Bob because last week we really did ignore him. And tomorrow we have the Kelvin bundle that is coming out tomorrow. It is confirmed by multiple sources. And yeah, if you guys haven't seen Spencer's video or been in anybody else's streams, tomorrow the Kelvin bundle does for a fact drop on PC. It is going to be, I think, 9,300 Zen when it drops or something to that effect. So look forward to that. And we will be grabbing it ourselves. I don't know if I'm going to be able to review it, but there's plenty of content creators that will be reviewing it. So, just make time to go and stop by and check them out. We'll probably not review it ourselves simply because I have a massive project that I need to finish up this week. It is at 2.5 weeks I've been working on. And it's also the reason why there wasn't a video this week on YouTube other than Bob's weekly progress report. So, and that's also why it was very short. But I think this video will hopefully help out a lot of new players that are coming to STO. We've seen an influx of them. It's crazy how many new people are coming to the game. I'm very excited for that. But I've talked with several new players, especially over on Discord, and there's a lot of things that still are not very well laid out for them. And I've decided to try and take it upon myself as best as I can, covering every little bit, whether it's traits for different races, different species, whatever you want to call them, or whether it was inventory management, what to do with your currency, stuff like that. All kinds of different things that this video that I'm making, which is so far up to 45 minutes long. So it's going to be a long video, and hopefully it will convey most of that, the questions that a lot of new players will have when they come into the game. Because if you think about it, if you've been playing STO for a while, a lot of this stuff we kind of know secondhand nature. We've learned kind of through trial and error and time. But now when you jump into this game, if you were a fresh set of eyes jumping into the game, you're going to look at this and be like, well, what do I do? And like the tutorial is somewhat helpful. And there's actually a point in the video that I'm making that I say to follow the stuff through the tutorial as far as like the movements and everything else is concerned, because it does a good job covering that. But I feel like once you get out of the tutorial, it kind of just toss you to the wolves at that point. They're just like, hey, yeah, here you go. Dizzy Devil, good evening. How are you? Good to see you. Yeah, and there's Bob's week 14 progress report. Should be showing up in chats for those of you who did not get a chance to watch it. But good to see you, Dizzy Devil. Hope you're having a fantastic Monday. Yeah, so that's it. I guess for the start of stream to kind of cover some of the little stuff as far as not announcing any of the bigger stuff. We'll wait about an hour into stream and I will talk about what's going on with Bob's account. So we'll give it about an hour and then we'll talk about where we go from here, because that week 14 progress report, even though it hints at it, it is a fact that we're about ready there. Izzy Devil, you're over on Twitch as well. Yay, I love it. Twitch and YouTube, this is fantastic. So yeah, we're gonna be talking about that tonight. It's a little bit disheartening for myself, just because of the choices that have come down to Bob's account and where it goes from here, but it's gonna be fine, I think. Here, YouTube and Discord. Man, that is fantastic. Well, we do have Discord open, but we aren't going to be using the Discord chat yet. And I did see earlier that Sarah had posted the Lexington Agony theme build. I did get a chance to kind of look at it, which was pretty neat. I like it. I like it a lot. I like all the phaser pew-pews you got on there. So, but I didn't really get a chance to like thoroughly go through it, but I mean, it looks good. It looks clean. I mean, yeah, again, I'm no expert in beam boats whatsoever. I tend to stick with science stuff. So, but as I'm learning more about beam boats, Um, especially doing the cavort and everything. Yeah. Yeah. Eating pizza and watching the captain. Ooh, what kind of pizza are you eating, Don Brook? Oh, now I had chicken for dinner earlier, and that was like almost 4 hours ago. But now I kind of want pizza. Damn it! All right, let's go into this. Let me grab the DSE wrapper mission while I'm
This
here.
is Rear Admiral Felicia Harrington of
Oh, yeah.
Starfleet's Deep Space Operations Command. My
Anybody see
outpost
anything
team has
fun,
detected a
exciting,
faint
anything
anomaly.
new,
This is Rear
any
Admiral
exciting
Felicia
movies or anything?
This is Rear Admiral Felicia Harrington.
Oh my goodness! Stop it, Felicia. I get it. You want to talk to me? We'll talk after stream, okay? Jeez, just chill out. Let me send you those themed lock boxes. I just have to sort them out. STO melon game. Hey, that's okay. I'm in no rush. I mean, like, we can probably definitely do that for some kind of sorting out for like giveaways or something, or I might open some things and just, you know, use the items as future giveaways or something. But we can definitely sort that out in the future. But I'm not. I've got so much stuff in my bank, like it's not even funny. I have to go through and do some organization myself now. I just haven't had the time this week. A three meat pizza, though what meat? If I had to guess, I mean, you gotta at least have pepperoni on there. That's gotta be at least a given if you're going a 3 meat pizza. Just there's the pepperoni, right? Then I would say, as far as meats go, it's either gonna be like bacon and sausage of some sort, or it's gonna be you know what? I don't know. There's a lot of different meats you can put on pizza. But that's gonna be my guess, Don Brook. Is it pepperoni, bacon, and sausage? If not, I failed, and I'm curious to know what you got on that pizza. Nothing beats a toasted peanut. Oh man, now I want a peanut butter jelly sandwich too. Ooh, a toasted one. See, now we're talking. That's good stuff right there. That's good, easy eating right there. I love pizza, but I have IBS, so I don't always love meat. That's fair. I could understand that too. I could feel for people that have a gastric issue like that. That would not be fun. I mean, it's kind of one of those 50-50 things though, right? Like do you risk it for the brisket or what?
We've detected an ambush. Hostile
And pineapple on pizza, what's your view? Honestly, I like pineapple on pizza, but again, I the way I view it, it's not a necessity for me to have. And it's one of those, like, if people enjoy it, cool, more power to them. And if not, again, cool, more power to you. I'm not one of those that's gonna be like, oh, you have to have pineapple, or you don't like pineapple on pizza, or all that stuff. Nah, that's not me. I honestly like what you like on pizza, but I don't mind it. I think it's okay. I think it's fine. Like, I actually like a good Hawaiian pizza every so often, like pineapple and ham. It's not too bad. So I can't really say that I disagree with that. Like I said, it's not my go-to, but if it was available and like somebody was like, here, have a slice of it, I'd be like, all right. That's how I feel about that. Domber says mystery meat. Oh no! Wait, what do you mean mystery meat? Like, you don't know what they put on it? You're just eating it because it's a meat pizza? Oh man! I don't know if I would trust that at that point. I'd be scared to eat that pizza. Pew pew. Oh, poor Jane. She just has no. I should spend more time focusing the alts over here, but I just don't. Like, I feel so bad. They have one job though. They have one job, and their job is to funnel everything to Bob. And they do that job amazing, right? Like, they do a great job of it. But you know, sometimes I sit there and I do these DSEs, and I'm like, oh, this is painful. This is like watching paint dry. I find supermarket pizza, I usually have to add more stuff to them. Good job. My partner is a cheese lover, so I have mozzarella and cheddar, and nice. At least At least you know if you're eating a proper pizza, you can't get explosive lettuce squirts. Oh man. Oh, Eric Hawk, good to see you. Welcome in. That's great. I would be a little concerned about that. Pizza Hut used to have a barbecue pizza. It was so good. Oh yeah. Oh, there's a place that I used to like getting pizza from. I haven't had them in a while, so I don't know if they're any good anymore or not. But well, they probably never were good. They were just kind of like cheap pizza. But it was a place called Cece's Pizza. I don't know if y'all are familiar with it or not. But anyways, it's like a buffet pizza, and they used to have like barbecue pizza there, barbecue chicken pizza, and I used to love that pizza. But I haven't had it in years, so I couldn't tell you if it's still even a thing or not. But yeah, we like barbecue pizza. Jane, you just like push your crew around a little bit, like maybe make them do some damage. That would be great. You guys are making me hungry. I'm about to eat dinner shortly. That's all I'm talking about. Oh, my bot. I need to update that. So I like how it says quit making Carl hungry. We used to have a viewer years ago named Carl.
Scans are clear.
And Carl
System has been
always said
secured
the
for
same
now.
thing, Jericho. We would talk about
Thank you
food,
for
and then
your
he'd
help.
come in and be like, I'm so hungry. So I had the bot to like come up and every time say that. And I kind of miss Carl now. I wonder where he's at. Hope he's doing well. Maybe we'll change it to quit making Jericho hungry. You used to have one. You miss it so much. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I remember it. I remember how, at least, maybe it's like, looking at something through rose-tinted glasses, right? But like, I remember how I used to like going to CC's. The bot still says it every single time. Did CC's just go out of business? Going to make a homemade barbecue chicken pizza tonight? Sarah's on top. See, look at this. We've turned this into a foodie stream, everybody. This is not Star Trek Online. This is come get your food. We will talk about pizza to everybody's heart's desire. Everybody go out and get a pizza, make a pizza, do whatever you got to do. Does bacon make you hungry? It always makes me hungry. Yes, I love bacon. I'm sorry. I'm a carnivore. And I will eat meat because, that's what I do. Anyways, also I got my GOM too, but I had to grind to get the dilithium to buy it out from the event. Probably had to do the same thing for the Klingon ship, but get it down to around 30-50 to buy it out, as I only put 6,000 a month in on my account. Okay, yeah. No, I get that, Dizzy. I understand that. That's actually, I mean, like, honestly, this Cavort, we've played it a couple times here on stream. We'll probably get to it tonight at some point. I love it. I really do. I have nothing but good things to say about this ship. And I know some people, I guess the min-maxers, right? Like, I understand. They're a little bit upset about the seating. Like, the engineering seating is not the best seating and everything. I can get that to a certain degree. But for a free event ship, this Cavort is amazing. It really is, and I love it. So, don't sleep on it. If you can get it at a lower buyout price, it's definitely worth it. I'm glad you put that there was an upgrade weekend in the last video. I've been waiting for that and didn't notice one was active. Yeah, I'm glad you caught that, Jericho, because if there's something that I'm working on with Bob or even on the main account and it's something that pops up like an event, I will make sure I throw that in the videos just for those that don't know. But I'm glad you did catch that, because I know sometimes I'm the same way where it's like, oh yeah, there's this event right here and we need to kind of make sure like it's brought up. But yeah, it was a good thing that we had the event weekend this weekend. That's what pushed Bob over the edge. he actually got to upgrade quite a bit of his gear. He's all across the board. He's either ultra rare and epic. I'm pretty sure. I don't think he has a single piece anymore that's very rare. He might, but that's about it. Had pizza for breakfast and supper. I might be a bit of an addict. Is there a Pizzas Anonymous meeting somewhere? Can we start one? We should start one for this channel. I will make a clip for a Pizza Anonymous group, and we'll play that here on stream for every time we start talking about pizza too much. We'll have Bob put us all in place or something. luckily, as I'm in the UK, we don't get charge tax on buying Zen for now. They did try to introduce it, but it's against the law in the UK. Very nice. I don't think... Well, I don't know. I don't really pay attention. This is bad for me to say. I'm not saying this because of any, like, negative annotations. I just don't check my statements whenever I make purchases because, like, I don't. So I don't know if I get charge tax or not. Maybe I do. I'm sure I do, but I just don't check. So, but that's good. That's good if you don't. I support that. The Cavort is highly praised by Spencer and them folks over there. Right now, I'm loving. Yeah, I like I said, it's very few people that are quote unquote in the vocal minority, I should say, that they're like, oh, yeah, no, the engineer seating on the Cavort, and I'm like, really? That's your only gripe about it? Because otherwise, like, it's a fantastic ship. I love it. I think it's great. But like, if that's you know, again, people are allowed to be upset about stuff. I don't want to take anything away from anybody. So, but I just think that's like the oddest thing I've heard about the Cavort so far is like just a minor complaint about the engineer seating. I'm like, I think everybody who knows how to build can kind of work past that. I'm pretty sure. Right now, you're loving your legendary Negvar, but I'm sure the Cavort will be great. I think you'll have a love for both of them. I'll be at 51 of 60 with my next event time. Fantastic. What is this account going to be at? I think we're going to hit 40 of 60 tonight. Let me see. No, we'll hit 39 of 60 tonight.
Thank you for your help.
But we'll get it done in time, obviously, because this will be done way before August 6th, 3 a day. So, yeah, we'll get this one done. The enhanced battle cloak is to be... I don't care about cloaks anymore. Yeah, to be fair, that was something. So yesterday we had a random stream for those of you who caught it. It was only on Twitch. I've actually, since a good majority of you from YouTube are here, we want to address this. If I have a random stream, it will probably more than likely be on Twitch, and the only reason that it'll be on Twitch by itself is because I can actually listen to music that's not like generic music through Twitch. So, until YouTube addresses that. But we did have a random stream yesterday on here on Twitch, and we kind of brought that up about the whole battle cloak situation, right? And I said it's kind of pointless because of the fact that, like, one is having that standard cloak, you're only going to pop it one time and come out of, you know, being decloaked in a TFO, right? So there's no real reason to have it in the first place. And then, like, secondly, putting the Cavort in a torp boat was just kind of like whack, but it works. It does work. It's just like, it was really whack because, like, I couldn't use an enhanced battle cloak. So it was just one of those weird, like, situations for me, especially flying the Eagle and everything, right? So, but have you tried running EBC with full torpedo spread, running constantly? Yeah. That's exactly what I mean. It's like exactly what we were talking about as far as, like, we did the same thing. I can't complain, to be honest, as most of my alts are engineered, but I do have a few science and tac alts. I do have 20 and had to buy more slots. Help me grind a dilithium with all the rich dilithium tokens I have. That's fantastic. We are kind of right there with you where I'm, as y'all know, I'm the exact opposite. I think I only have like 2 tac officers and like 6 science officers.
This is Rear Admiral
I think Bob's account has 2 tacs, 1 psi. This is the only one that has like more than the other, but yeah. I find that, like, right now for DSEs, I'm only grinding them on 10 characters a day because I don't have the time to do more than that. But like, I feel like I get burned out after a little bit. And I want to play other aspects of the game, but like tonight, you know, luckily because we're streaming, I can do this, and I haven't done my daily, so it makes sense. Torps are your jam right now? Yeah, I do love torp boats. They're my probably second favorite type of build aside from science, maybe second or third. They're somewhere in between carrier builds and science builds, and oh my god, Jane, if you get nuked by that, I was gonna be sad, but you didn't. Okay. And so, like, putting the Cavort in a torp boat, it was very weird just because, like exactly like what you're talking about, Bacon, is like, I've been used to flying the Eagle, right? And in the Eagle, you have the enhanced battle cloak, so you're constantly firing torpedoes in and out of cloak. And when you drop that same build into the cavort, you realize really quick, like, oh, I might have to change something here because, like, I'm only going to be able to decloak one time in a TFO, and that's it. Like, that's it, you know, because the rest of the time you're in combat. You're running Nausicaa Stingers on the Legendary Neg. I've been talking about this here the last week too. For those of you that are really like into carriers, I'll just keep bringing it up because this is very fresh. Do not sleep on the Vengeance fighters at all. On the Kelvin fighters from the Vengeance, do not sleep on them. They are absolute monsters and they are powerhouses. And yes, I've been playing long enough. And I'm old enough in real life. It's lazy Fabos to the end for me. No more micromanaging. Yeah, that's fair. I'm starting to get there on some things. Some things. Do you think the Armstrong will be customizable? Like you can make it not the Mayflower custom? I'm very curious. So I'm glad you actually brought that up, Mr. Cookie Monster, because we are going to be talking a little bit about the Kelvin bundle tonight. I am very curious. That is one of the ships that I'm not sure how the customization is going to go for it. I'm not sure what, I mean, like, there's speculations, right? There's a lot of speculations, but I'm not really sure. I don't know where it fits into the other, like, it makes sense what the Salcom and everything else, or the Salcom or whatever it's called, right? It makes sense how they all tie into some of the older skins. But I'm not sure where the Armstrong fits in. So I guess we're going to find out tomorrow, right? So that's a very good point, though. I'm very curious. I hope so. I hope. We'll see. I hear you, but I'm trying to stay KDF theme. I've got the Type 7s, but that's for filthy feds. Yeah, those filthy feds. Good lord. We got, oh, for Eric, we got their corpse drag hotkey. Sounds like some, like, tractor beam repulsors being pulled, or switching over, that duty officer that pulls your enemies with the tractor beam repulsors.
The ambushers are closing in on your position. Stay sharp.
Did that come through twice? Or is it my... It might have been my chat. Oh, well, it happens. Oh, is it for EverQuest? I haven't played EverQuest in years. I honestly don't really remember much about EverQuest. I mean, EverQuest was what, 1998, 1999? It's been a long time. I don't really remember much of it. I just remember running people through, maybe somebody who has a better memory than I do for EverQuest. If you played EverQuest that far back, y'all remember there was this, I think it was like a dungeon or something, or a place. It had this ramp in it, and people used to run corpses through there, because remember back in the day with EverQuest, like if you died, you had to run your spirit back to your body, and they would run the enemies. Oh my gosh, Jane, are you gonna die? They would run the enemies up this ramp and like kill tons of people, and like the respawn graveyard was like so far away, and like it was the worst, and they used to troll people like that all the time. It was the funniest damn thing. But that's about like the only memory I have of it, is just that place. Is that what it was called? Castle Mistmore? Yeah, like I said, it's been since like 1998 since I've played EverQuest, so I'm glad that you remember that. Yep, the whole death penalty system. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, and you had to run back to your body and everything, and it was just like, it was a nightmare. But it was such a good system back then.
The area is
The
clear.
Castle Mistmore. That was it. That was the place, and that was the funniest damn thing, man. You would just watch people just like they would get ran over by like a whole train. Imagine if this was like the case in STO, right? For those that just don't know what we're talking about. So imagine an STO, you finish the tutorial, you come out in the Sol system, and somebody's pulling a bunch of Borg right at the Sol system, and there's nothing you can do about it because you're just like you're kind of a lobby, right? So all the higher end players are pulling all the Borg to Sol System, and the Borg shoot you at Sol System. And in order for you to get back to your ship at Sol System, your spirit spawns all the way the hell out here in the Delta Quadrant, and you have to walk. Well, I guess you would have to fly your spirit ship all the way from the Delta Quadrant with no freaking transwarp or nothing. Like you would have to do. That's how EverQuest was back in the day. Is you would die by getting a train ran over you, and then you would have to run like at least 20 minutes or 15 minutes to get back to your body. And that was how rough it was back then. It pissed off a lot of players. And rightfully so. I understand, you know. PK or oh yeah, player killers, yeah. Oh yeah. You're playing EverQuest 2 right now, Philtron? Really? Man, I'd like to fire up. I wonder if I even remember my old account's info. I'd love to fire up some old for nostalgic purposes and go back and play them, but anything past like 2008, I'm not sure I even remember what their login information is, or if I even still have their emails. All right, which character did I just jump on? I jumped on good old Steve here. I mean Moran Talon. All right, let's just go into this one. Grab the wrapper. EverQuest 2 Warlock for the win.
Admiral Felicia Harrington. This is Rear Admiral Felicia.
I don't remember what I even played back then. Oh my god, Felicia. What is going on with her? You click X and she still wants to talk to you. She wants to let you know that she's Rear Admiral Felicia if she doesn't stop telling you. You just keep going. You tried EQ2, but it felt like every class was the same with a different name on abilities. I don't know. I don't think I ever played EverQuest 2. I just remember the original EverQuest because I think at the time I went from EverQuest to a very small game that came out in October of 2000 or 2001, and that was Dark Age of Camelot. That was my next MMO right after EverQuest. So I went from EverQuest to that, and then of course I went to World of Warcraft. So it kind of went in that succession. But I don't think I ever played EQ2. I did dabble in a couple other MMOs from time to time, like a little bit of Guild Wars, the Ultima, a little bit of Eve, Star Wars: The Old Republic. But I've always the one thing I always came back to like after its initial release and whatnot was Star Trek Online. I think this is the only MMO that I've been consistent at. The only MMO that I played consistently for 14 years, which is nuts. Which is funny is because I played a lot of different AAA title games, and whichever way you feel about games, but there's something special about STO. Maybe it's just because it's so chill compared to other MMOs, right? It's very chill. It's a different atmosphere. WoW always kind of felt like it was hardcore grinding for raid and everything else, right? Dark Age of Camelot was definitely like RVR PvP focused. Star Wars: The Old Republic was very story driven. So I guess STO was that one game that I could always come back to and just kind of chill and relax and have a good time and fly my favorite starships, right? So I guess that's why it's kept me around for so long. You were really helpful for. Oh yeah, Shadowbane. That was the other mythic game. That's right. I forgot about them. Yeah, because they did Shadowbane, or no, that was supposed to be the Dark Age of Camelot killer, I think, at that point. I don't know, but they did that, and then they did Wowhammer at the same time. But yeah, I remember Shadowbane. It was supposed to be pretty good, but I don't think I ever played that. I've heard about it, but I don't think I ever played it. You believe that the Newton and the Armstrong will have the point defense system like the Einstein class? I love the point defense system. Experimental weapon. I like how I know you're talking about experimental weapon, but I literally almost read it as you typed it, and my brain like corrected it. I would have called that as experimental weapon. I like that, Mr. Cookie Monster. That's fantastic. Even if it was a typo, that is great. Save your bacon from Romulan torpedoes. Yes. But my brain automatically was like, that's experimental weapon.
Weapons components have been secured.
Or is it?
Return them to the ship.
Is STO leaning on the kinky side? We will find out. News at 7. STO is good for the at your own pace, majority solo play. Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is. It's like STO is more or less like you can do everything in the game by yourself, and if you want to socialize and be with other players, you can. Whereas like World of Warcraft and all these other MMOs are like you can do a lot of things to a certain extent solo, but most of your in-game gear and everything required raids. It required PvP. It required so much more than just, you know, kind of chilling like you do here on STO. So exactly, you don't need to organize a raid for rare spawns. Oh, Shadowbane the prototype, No Man's Sky, planning for the world, delivering the sidewalk. Yeah. Dobberg says I gotta do my last 2 characters through Defense of Starbase 1. Yeah. No, I thought that was fantastic, Mr. Cookie Monster. That is great. I loved it. You do not have to apologize for that. That was. Listen, we aren't filtered over here. We are respectful, but by all means, if you drop a faux pas like that, own it, because that was funny. I loved it. I think what other like MMOs that really caught my attention back in the day, if there was really any that just like stood out, and I think I've hit like most of the AAA title games. I mean, there's been a couple of like underdogs, some sleeper games, right, over in the past, but
Starship's engines are back online.
yeah, I don't know.
Hostile forces are incoming.
I guess at the end of the day, I've always been like a core MMO player first, and then like a lover of genres second, right? Like I love Star Trek, but like if there was an MMO that could compete with Star Trek's system as far as like the ships and everything else is concerned, the space combat and everything, I would more than likely be playing that with like keeping STO on the side as like, oh, it's for my love of Star Trek, but that would be like my next main kind of ordeal. Luckily, or unfortunately, whichever way you want to look at it, nothing has come out that can really match STO's space combat system, so that's good. EVE Online is kind of close-ish, but they're a different kind of space battle. I do like EVE Online. I've played it a handful of times, but even then, it's still just not the same. It's not what I'm looking for when I think of space combat. Much easier managing 5-man teams than 24 raids because there is always one. If there isn't, you are then yeah. I can't tell you how many times like. Wait, please tell me I grabbed. Did I grab the rapper mission on here? Or did I just do all that for nothing? No, she did talk to me. I have no idea. I'm with you too on the Star Trek Online. Somehow I just keep coming back to Star Trek Online and answer you compare MMO EVE Online. Yep, exactly. That's what I said. Exactly it, Mr. Cookie Monster. I'm right there with you on that same page. It's like that's the closest I've ever found is EVE Online, and it's a good game. It really is, but it has a little bit more of a punishing system too. It's a little bit more PvP centric. Well, it is PvP centric, I should say. But there is, you know, PvE aspects to the game. But you could definitely like go out into the galaxy and like get killed, and somebody can hold your ship hostage and everything. Like it could be pretty brutal. But it's still a fun game. It's just, again, all about how you play it and whatnot. But yeah, I'm glad there hasn't really been a game out yet that matches Star Trek Online, because I think it's just something special. This game is something special, so I'm good with that. Don't take away my STO. Oh right. I can't PvP. I'm too slow, and I'm a sore loser to be. That's okay. That's all right. And that's the thing is like I know like even here on STO, well, what is little of STO's PvP, I should say. I know this from a PvP standpoint of view, and where I've played for years and years and years is in the PvP community. It's not for everybody, and it definitely takes a lot of tact to do PvP, I guess. It takes a lot of like, nobody likes to lose. I know that. I know this, right? Nobody likes to lose. It just takes a little bit of understanding that you're going to lose, and that's the hardest thing. Is like sometimes you just don't want to lose, or you're having a bad day as it is, so you go into PvP and you get your ass kicked, and it's made your day that much worse. And I've been in that position. I am no God's gift to PvP. I will never pretend to be, but I do enjoy the aspect of it. So, but it's just kind of like one of those scenarios where it's like I totally get it, and I really understand where, especially in STO, why PvP doesn't kick off on here. We have to address a lot of the power creep issues on this game. And I don't know if that'll ever be addressed. I don't know if they're ever going to... What I'd like for them to do for STO is make it to where either certain abilities can't be used in PvP or certain ships or something. They need to put restrictions on it if they're going to keep the PvE power creep allowable in PvP. They need to do something to that effect.
Another attack group has arrived in the system.
I have a ton of ships, but one I had and most don't like is a Typhon command escort carrier, but set up right, it can kick some ass. It is a good ship. It is, and you're right. It is. Well, it's a slow but clunky ship, but it's a good ship. PvP is a whole different animal in STO. Yep. Season 1 and 2 PvP and STO was a blast. Now, one was flying god ships and taxes. Yep, exactly. Well, yeah. Oh, I was a huge fan of early season STO PvP because we didn't have anything during season 1 and 2. Right? All we had was all the drops that were in the game. There was no C store, and that didn't happen until the free-to-play transition. So it's one of those things that just unfortunately I hope they can find a way to balance it and fix it, but I don't see it happening, and we just might have to accept that STO PvP is dead. And I'd hate to be that person. I don't want to accept it, but it is what it is. I only hate grinding traits each character. Wish a trait grind was instant. That's something that I think a lot of us have talked about, even here on stream or other content creators we've talked about, is why is it that we have C-store ships that are account unlocks, right? Well, not you know what I mean, like the legendary ships, they have account unlock traits, but we don't have any infinity ships or anything that are account unlocked. And most times you are spending more money for an infinity ship than you are a C-store ship. I think it's just kind of an odd situation. I hope they address that in the future, because I'm right there with you. I don't like having to get multiple ships for different characters and then unlock multiple traits. And then on top of it, you know, having to grind again and again and again just to unlock those traits. So maybe they can do something to bridge that gap. That would be fantastic. Don Wiggle says, I'm running the Thorium right now. It's fun. Fantastic. Yeah, it's a good ship. It really is. It's just dapper. How are you? Good to see you. Welcome back in. I am doing fantastic. I hope you're having a great Monday. Let's see. What do we... let me catch up here with chat. We have... yeah, I remember those days when we had the Foundry, too. Yeah, I think everybody misses the Foundry for the most part. I think that's a universal thing for a lot of the veterans on this game, is that we all miss the Foundry. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of ways to express your creativity. I understand why it's gone, so I'm not going to, you know, make a point for them to, quote-unquote, to bring it back yet. Because, one, the original people that did the Foundry, they no longer work there, and it's going to be a whole mess for them to bring it back. But, two, I understand that with each update, like, the Foundry did keep breaking, and they kept having issues. So, we will see what happens when, if and when in the future it'll ever come back around. So... but I think the Foundry is one of those things that is just going to be nostalgic purposes for those of us who got to experience it and remember how, you know, the players crafted story missions, and for those of us who got to farm them for our well, it wasn't endeavors back then, it was for like daily progress, because you got to remember when the Foundry first came out, the endeavor system did not exist. It was later on a part of it when the endeavors first dropped, but they quickly cut off the Foundry after that fact, right? Because like people were using the Foundry to farm endeavor stuff early on. This was like when your endeavor rank cap was like 350 or something. So, but if y'all remember back in the day, all we had was daily missions to get like bonus marks and stuff like that. So we didn't even have an endeavor system. Dapper, you just started playing STO today. I'm overwhelmed, but having fun. Okay, so Dapper, that is fantastic news. At the same time, I totally understand where you're overwhelmed from. You are, one, my favorite audience to have in here. I'm sorry, everybody else. Dapper is now the favorite. You all know why. Because I love when players start this game. I do. I love it because we get to help them. And on top of it, I have a guide coming out this week. A full-on 0 to 65 leveling guide that's coming out this week as far as covering everything as best as I can. It will be out, I think, on Thursday. Don't quote me, but it will be done this week. It'll be over on our YouTube channel, same as our Twitch name. So if you are unsure of, you know, different traits as far as all the different classes and species and everything else, don't worry, I got you covered. If you're unsure of what in your inventory is what, don't worry, I got you covered in that video. If you are unsure of, oh, what else did I cover in this video? I covered so much in this video. We're already at 45 minutes into this video. It's almost done. I got to do a couple more voice recordings and stuff for it. But it will be out this week for the new players. So, yes, we are getting there. All right, let me scroll up through here. I remember a Foundry mission where my character is retired. He had to solve some microscopic sization event, how some people thought. An old man was going crazy. That's great. Yeah, the Foundry was good. I remember one where I played a retired admiral. Yeah, and that, you know, that's what I mean. Like, the players did come up with some really good stories. I will be honest with you, as well as I am at writing like YouTube content and scripts, that's pretty easy for me to do. I couldn't tell you a story unless I sat down and thought about it like I have with Bob and everything. That would take me a while. It would take me a while to come up with that. So to see what players created back then was just fantastic. And I do miss that. It is a good time to start STO. The new DSE system is very beginner friendly and the new dev team is doing good work. This is very, very true. Egg Commander is right on the nail. So yeah, Dapper, you've come into STO at a very good time. And you may hear a lot of talk on here about, you know, things of the past, but we've had a rough history. We've had a bumpy history here on STO, but 2025 and 2026 Cryptic team, a little bit with the Deca transition, has turned this game around immensely. And I think that's also why we are seeing so many new people come to this game, or coming back to the game rather, is they're taking notice, and I love it. I think Cryptic's doing a fantastic job. So hopefully they keep up this good work. And yes, honestly, I saw a bunch of free stuff for being a PlayStation Plus member, so I gave it a shot. Hey, that's fantastic too. Yeah, that is great. Like, actually, so Dapper, if you play on PlayStation and you're over on Twitch, he's not in the channel right now, or maybe he's lurking, I don't know. There is a PlayStation streamer that I'm going to send you over to at some point, because he actually is on the PlayStation side of things, and he's very helpful with PlayStation players. If you haven't seen him yet or don't know who he is, I'm going to put him over in Twitch chat, or anybody else that's curious, I guess, is the Great Cornholio. But go give him a follow, and he plays exclusively on PlayStation. I think that's that, right? Yes, it is. Okay. So go give him a follow, and he streams quite often, and he's a PlayStation player. And I mean, like, obviously stay here if you don't mind, but you know, if you gotta go, you gotta go. But anyways, but yeah, we primarily play on PC. However, I do not ever discount the console community. I don't ever talk down about the console community. I will help out anywhere I can, because we're all playing the same damn game and we're all a part of it. So Dude, Cali, you must be finished with your stream. How was your stream? Welcome in with the Raider. How was your stream? What did you guys do? What kind of... Well, I did get to stay for about an hour. What kind of shenanigans did you do? Did you kill any snakes over there? What is this? Why are we here? Ladies and gentlemen, the great Wolf Gray is over on Twitch as another person. So Wolf Gray, we have a new STO player in chat over on Twitch, and I just sent him over to the great Cornholio, but we will also send him over your way too. You're a big kind of community person over here as well. So that's another person too for you, Dapper. They help out new players just as well. And but yes, Dapper over here is new to the game, just started playing today, and he plays on PlayStation. So I sent him great Cornholio, but now he also knows about Wolf Gray and knows about us, and hey, we love it. So, and then of course, you know, we got tons and tons of veterans across both chats, Twitch and YouTube. Anybody, you got any questions, Dapper, just drop them, and somebody somewhere will answer them. And these guys don't generally steer anybody wrong unless it's, you know, just a little bit of fun and trolling. And why am I fighting enemies when I'm supposed to be rescuing pods? It's because I'm paying attention to chat and I'm not paying attention to the game, but that's okay. Chat's more important. I'm over here like, why do these enemies just keep coming back? Dapper, I do appreciate the follow. Thank you very much. Yes, and exactly as Wolf said, follow Corn. He is an actual console player, but again, us PCMR, it's PC Master Race. No, I mean yes, but no. We will always do our best to answer and help out any platform we can. Don Brooks says I usually give the wrong answer. Well, it's okay, Don Brooks. Somebody here has the right answer. Oh, it might be the wrong one. Wolf Gray, can you do me a favor? Could you shout out Cornholio's correct account? I might have sent him the wrong one. Could you shout? Because I probably did. I probably shouted out the wrong one. That was my fault. I might have missed a letter in his name. So if it's definitely got 0 followers, it's the wrong one. I think he has something like 890 something followers, something to that effect. That's how you'll know it's the right one. Plus, it's literally a picture of Beavis from Beavis and Butthead. So, you know, if you're familiar with them. That's what I missed. Thank you, Wolf Gray. Appreciate that. That's exactly what I missed. Was that? So that is the correct one. Ignore my shout out. Follow Wolf Gray's shout out because that is correct. Yeah, and as I said, he's exclusively a console player, but. Again, like he's just like all of us. I mean, you like a little bit of fun, a little bit of chaos, and on top of it, you just want to chill and have a good time. But he'll help out anybody on console. I've been in his stream several times where he'll just group up and do content. So, you got resources all around, Dapper, and we hope you have a great time in this community and find some joy with this game that has brought many of us some joy and sorrows along the way. Dizzy Devil for the subscription with Prime on Twitch. Thank you so much, Dizzy Devil. I appreciate that. He also likes a good trolling, but keep it civil. This is true. We will every so often, especially over on Wolf Gray's channel, we'll go and quote unquote fake raid him. And I know for those of you on YouTube that don't participate in Twitch, but I'm sure if you've been in Cryptic streams, you know about it. You know, we'll go over to Cornholio's channel and we'll act like we raided him. We'll just go into his chat and start spamming raid emotes, and we never raided him. But we'll just have a good time and make him laugh about it, and make him confused about it, because he has no clue, you know, that's what was going on. So, it was kind of funny. But that's what we mean. Just a little bit of light fun. Nothing serious to the point where we're going to stress him out and cause him any issues or anything like that. Is there anything from a starting perspective for a new person, like easier class to start or anything? Well, okay. So, classes in STO are within a margin of one another as far as every class can fly every ship, They can do everything that every other captain can do. However, every single captain has minor different abilities. Okay, so like think of it in the. I'm going to break it down the simplest way. So TAC officers are kind of like just all the damage, right? Just think about all the damage buffs, and that's what a TAC officer is. A engineer is a power management slash and kind of keep themselves alive a little bit longer type of situation, right? But they can do all the same things as TAC and science officers. So and think of the classes more or less as they add to your build and your gameplay, but they're not necessarily not one is better than the other, if that makes sense. And then yeah, again, science is basically your support space wizard. You want to do space anomalies. You could, quote unquote, do a healing-ish kind of role with science, but healing in this game is a little bit different than other MMOs. If you come from other MMOs, it's not a necessity in here as far as group play is concerned. Doesn't mean that you can't build it and you can't enjoy it if that's your thing. It's just the group play in this game is a little bit different than your traditional like MMO where it's like tank, healer, and DPS. Pretty much in this game, everybody can do the roles the same as everybody else. If that, I know it's a little bit weird, but that's just how it is. Yes, yeah, and you're right on the nail for that. So the buff debuff stuff, yep, that's science. That's science right up the road. 100%. Science gets. I'm glad you're a fellow science lover because I'm a huge advocate for science captains. Yes, science is definitely your class for debuffs and everything. So, why did YouTube chat just like fall off there for a second? What happened? I don't see it popping up on the stream. I can see you guys. What the hell's going on here? Why do I only? I see. Okay, I see some of the chat now popping up on the screen. That was weird. I recommend a friend to get ship that can allow you to have 4 console slots and have extra slot when you make the ship an T6X2. That way you can have either 5 slots or any 3 division. Yeah, I mean it's always ship recommendations come down to playstyle. So I always say like find a ship that you enjoy flying that fits your playstyle first, and then look at the ships with the extra console slots or whatever as far as the bridge officer seating and everything else is concerned. So Mr. Cookie Monster, you're not entirely like, yeah, you're right on the money with that. Just flagship matching only if you plan to do damage. I'm assuming these would be the best at it. Yep. Nasharu, good to see you. Welcome in. How are you tonight? Let's see. Sorry, I'm focused on Civ 4 tonight. That's okay. Go enjoy Civ 4. I just appreciate you lurking back there. I don't mind. Go enjoy Civilization 4. Wow. Aren't they up to 7 now? I haven't played the old Civs in a while, but I guess that Civilization 4 was a pretty damn decent game if I remember correctly. I usually do tank roles as mains and support as alts, but I figured I'd be doing mostly story stuff solo, so just enjoying the ride. That's fantastic. And that's a very good outlook to have there, Dapper, especially just starting the game. I 100% agree. Start the game, go through the story, play around with stuff, see what makes sense to you, right? Get a feel for how the ships fly. Keep in mind that every 10 levels up until level 40, you're going to get a different ship. And I actually do go over this in the video this coming week, or this week, right? But so every 10 levels, you're going to get a ship that you go to your main hub for, and that ship is, it's going to tell you on the screen. It's going to say, hey, do you want an escort? Do you want a cruiser? I think it has all the classifications of them. I just got to remember what they all say. But anyways, I recommend from level 10 through 40, picking a different ship each time and just seeing how you like it. See how it flies, and it'll give you kind of a vague understanding of how the different ships fly throughout the game. So, and then once you hit the end game area, that's when you can kind of more or less worry about like, what ship do I really want to be in? What fits my play style kind of situation. So, If I do in game at some point, that will just be a plus. You know, the thing is, and that's actually what the focus is of this account that I'm on right now. So this is Bob's account that we're on. Bob's series was called the Zero to Endgame series. It still is called the Zero to Endgame series, but Bob has hit Endgame. So, that being said, this series was focused on going from 0 to 65 and doing it completely free to play and just kind of taking them all through the little steps along the way. The guide I'm putting out this week is going to cover it more in depth as far as like all the little things along the way, right? But it was one of those things for me. I was like, I just saw that message. I'm 2 a.m. and I've had a few beers. Dizzy Devil, have a good night. Yes, go ahead, head off to bed. You don't gotta ask permission to leave. You gotta get to sleep. Get to sleep. But you are dismissed. Have a good night, Dizzy Devil. I appreciate you being here. I know it's super late where you at, so thank you for hanging out with us. Have a good night. Rest well, and we'll see you hopefully next time, or we'll see you later on in the week during a video. Let me catch back up here. What was I saying? Because sorry, I got distracted by a message. Oh, what was I talking about? Ships, right? Yeah, 10, 20, 30, 40. Try a different ship. See how it feels to you. You get to end game, like Bob has. The journey it takes is really about, from a free to play perspective, it can be done in about 3 months. And I know that sounds like a long time on paper, right? Like you go, wow, that's like 90 days. But really, it's like 90 days of like 2 hours of play a day. Not even that, like less than that. And it can be done. And so if you want to, I mean, again, if you want to get to that point, I should say, if you want to get to that point, it takes about 90 days of free to play to do it. It can be done a lot quicker, obviously, if you had more time or you put money into the game. That's up to you. I don't ever tell anybody what to spend their money on. That's not what you do here. It's your money. You decide. You can play it free to play or don't. So, but yes. You despise every one of them after 4 and 5 because of the always online era. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. I forgot Civilization went to always online. That's right. That's probably why I never played after like 4. I think I remember that. Steve. Only thing I saw was not to do Klingon because it's dead over there, which is same shame. Because, oh no. I don't know who told you that. I'm not sure where that information came from, Dapper. Well, okay, I can't speak, I guess, for the entire PlayStation community, but the Klingon faction and the Federation faction thing is it's a non-factor on this game. It used to be back in the day, but ever since, oh god, one of the updates that they did years ago, we can pretty much queue up with Federation and Klingon, and it doesn't matter. So all content in the game is cross-faction, except for you might have to do a couple janky things here and there. Yeah, it's Delta, that's right. So yeah, after Delta Rising, like, yeah, so I'm not sure where you were told that, but if you want to play a Gorn and play the game, enjoy the Gorn, and then jump into in-game content with other players that are playing Federation, you more than certainly can, and you'll be fine. So don't. I don't know who told you that, but I'm not gonna say that they were just incorrect. Maybe they just had bad information on it themselves, or maybe they played in the past where it was a thing, as far as like KDF and Starfleet was concerned. But nowadays that is not the case. You can play any faction and have fun. Benjamin says, what's funny is that in both Final Fantasy 14 and STO, my main characters are silver hair cat guys. That's fantastic. Well, Reddit, but Reddit's a grain of salt, I guess. I don't have anything against anybody in any community, right? So I don't have, but I've heard things about Reddit. Oh my gosh, I accidentally hit Red Alert. But I've never had issues over there on Reddit. But I can say, just like any other forum, it's possible that somebody on Reddit could have, again, been thinking about the old school days or something like that. Or it's possible they could have been trolling a little bit. I don't know. I don't know what that answer is exactly. But I will say that is honestly not the case. They really have bridged the gap. So Now, if you are looking at space Barbie purposes, I hit my freaking Sovereign console, by the way. I blew myself up. I was not paying attention. I don't even know why I have it on my damn hotbar. I hate that it does not toggle off. They really need to fix that. Anyways, yeah, so I don't know what the reasoning is for it, but I don't know. It's possibility that just, you know, might have been older information. But as far as Space Barbie is concerned, or rather fashion is concerned on here, Federation does have access to more or less overall skins and stuff, I guess you would call it, as the best way to break it down. And that's just because there's more Federation ships in the game than there are any other faction. But KDF still has good kit bashes on here, and all the vanity shields can be put on all the ships. So it's not the end of everything. If you still want to, you know, kind of, you know, make your ship look pretty and everything else, or your character even, the options are available. You'll be fine. It's also cool. We saw the uniforms for the bundle. Finally, we get the USS Kelvin. I know. I'm excited about that for tomorrow, man. I cannot wait for that Kelvin bundle tomorrow. My love for the Kelvin timeline is probably not shared by too many people, but it's okay. I'm excited for it. I just don't care. Packs don't really matter overall. You get some costumes that might be locked, but it's a non-issue. Yeah, people like hating on any social media. That's very true, and they do. And that's why I said, like, I don't have issues with it. I would imagine, like, it's just any other platform, any other presence, right? If people might have bad information, people could be trolling, but it doesn't matter what platform you use. It's the experience that you have with it. But I'm kind of right there with you. I like whatever. Information's information. Wherever you get it, it's fine. So I've been a member of the Reddit alert fleet for about 10 years. Great community. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, I've always had good experiences on Reddit. I've always had, like, very positive experiences. I just know that some people have said in the past, and maybe it's just because of their own experience, right? They've had a negative experience. Maybe they did something to entice that negativity, right? Maybe they, you know, you just don't know. You don't know what the case is. But I think all communities are just fine, you know, like,
Threats in the system have been neutralized.
you don't go in it actively. I'm not going to hide it, but I do look down on Reddit. I don't go in actively. No, that's fine though. Like I said, everybody's gonna feel what they're gonna feel like. Like, I get it. I do. I try my best to get along with most everybody, and I know it's impossible for me to get along with everybody because you can't please everybody. But I do try to take the best approach I can to not go and stir up shit unless I need to stir up shit. Then that's a different story. Like Big the sales, and I cannot lie. I like them around. I'm probably going to treat this like I normally do and just not put money into it unless it sticks. That's fair, Dapper. I'm actually glad you're looking at it from that perspective. I did not pick up my damn wrapper on this character, did I? Or did I already finish it? Did I finish it? No, I didn't pick it up. So that was a wasted DSE. Oh my gosh. I 100% actually agree with that sentiment. You should probably not put any money into this game until you get a feel for it and then decide, am I going to do that? Do I want to put money into this game? Do I want to support this game? Is it going to keep me going for a long time? Or was it just something that was fun for the moment that you played it, and then all of a sudden you're just like, okay, not for me. I'm going on to something else. So yeah, 100%. Get a feel for the game. Make a decision a couple months down the road, or if it's like something that, you know, you're just kind of like, okay, yeah, I really want this, then yeah, you can. So, oh my gosh, I picked the worst one to do while trying to look at chat. This is gonna be great. The easiest one to do, well, one of the easier ones to do, and yeah, now I can't. Ponderman says, I'm excited about it. I have a few unrestricted tier 6 coupons. Very nice, Ponderman. You will be getting that update on the 28th, I think, right? You're you're one of my PlayStation players, I'm pretty sure. Hey, look at that. We have another PlayStation player. Yeah, that's fantastic. You will. I think just to have the ships is going to be great. So, yeah, I told you it's the worst one to do whenever I'm trying to look at chat. The thing is, what you want to learn or know. I feel Facebook and Twitter is better for news, and Reddit is better for how to get better to talk. better or to talk about your experiences. I agree. I do feel like a lot of ways, at least in my own personal experience, I feel like Reddit is a very sociable platform. And what I mean by sociable platform, it's not social media for the sake of just being called social media. It's a very much interaction platform, right? And I do like that. I do like, obviously, I like talking with y'all, right? So I feel the same way about Reddit. I go on to Reddit, and when I talk to people on Reddit, I feel like I'm having more of an engaged conversation. Whereas if I'm on other platforms, whether it's Blue Sky, Twitter, or Facebook, right? Like if I'm on any of those platforms, I feel like it's very much more social media based, where it's like, here's a link, watch this video, then react to it, right? Or whatever. That's how I feel. Whereas Reddit is more community driven. So I think that's why I personally like it. Yeah, please, just don't fire your weapons. Exactly. Yeah, if I hit spacebar right now, actually, we did that yesterday. I somehow survived it.
Your assistance has been most helpful.
It seems the Steam filters comments. What got filtered? Or is it on the YouTube side? Wait. Oh, you know me, Don Brook. I take all friend requests. It's a matter of now I got to go through and put your name next to it, so I know who you are. Which I've been very terrible about on Bob's account. Bob's account has a bunch of friends on his list, and I have not put a single comment next to anybody. Like, obviously, I know if your tag matches your YouTube handle or your Twitch handle, I'll know who you are. But if it doesn't, I don't know who you are. I'm going to assume that's you, Don Brook. That's right here. I know who. I think Stiletto, is that Nasharu? I think so. I gotta see. This is why I said I need to be better about it on Bob's account, because on Spicy's account, on the main account, like I have everybody commented, but on here I was just like, yeah, sure, I'll take you. I don't care. And now I care because I'm just like, damn, who's who on here? So yeah, I have, as I said, I had you on there. Eric Hawk is very easy to remember right there. Yep, I thought so. See, and that's the only reason why I know Nasharu is Stiletto is because, like, I think Nasharu is one of our first early YouTube followers as far as the live streams were concerned. So he was coming in here very early on, and he was one of the first people I added on Spicy's account. So it was like I just knew it from like repetition as far as that was concerned. There's a couple of you that were like that too. Jerical's the same way. I know that Jerical is Kyrian Taurus, I believe, handled Jerical, and I think who else is who. I mean, like, obviously, if your handle matches your tag, I'm gonna know who you are, but that's just on Bob's account. On Spicy's account, it's a whole different mess. I can't do the cylinder lock puzzle though. Oh, yeah. I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, that one's kind of annoying anyways. Tron, the most annoying enemies in STOs, either the Vodwar and the Iconians. I would disagree with that 100%. While the Vodwar mines are strong, I think the Mokai are the most annoying enemy in the game. Not the worst. The most annoying enemy in the game has to go down to the Mokai. And that is simply because of the viral impulse burst that you get hit with. And yes, I know you can clear it with engineering team. I'm aware. But I don't always run engineering team on some of my builds. So, yeah. Hey, Dapper. Well, thank you for the sub over on YouTube. Appreciate that. Yeah, we have a lot of videos on our YouTube channel. Some of them may or may not make sense to you. There are a couple. I have them structured in playlist. But like I said, sometime this week there will be the actual new player beginner guide coming out. So I will definitely be covering that. I gotta head out.
This is Brigadier General
Thanks for the info,
Antessa
Dapper.
of the
Have a good night.
Preemptive
I appreciate you being here. You're welcome anytime. Hopefully, we got you connected with a couple other viewers and or streamers and content creators. There's a ton of them out there. For the most part, I can say I've never had an bad interaction with any content creators, but I don't know every content creator out there. But you know, a lot of the big names out there, especially like Spencer and Stu and Nick and them, they're all great. So, you know, if you ever want to delve into the Endgame content, make sure you give them a look over on YouTube. I'm sure their videos are suggested and recommended everywhere. So just go give them a look at some point as well. But yeah, a ton of great people in this community. A lot of good people. So you think the mines are bad? Iaconians literally use the sun as legit. Yeah. That's true. That is true. The Iaconians will blind your ass. But oh yeah, you know what? Eric Hawk makes a good point too. The Mokai and the Nakul are kind of assholes, in my opinion. They're kind of the STOs assholes. Like I don't care for either two because I'm right there with you. It's one of those situations where for me, anyways, I'm used to it because of the fact that I fly to Nicole Damash in PvP. It's probably one of the top tier science vessels for PvP. So I'm used to that duplication aspect of it. I know exactly what it does. I know what ship to look for. But in the PvE aspect, when you're not really paying attention, you're shooting at those little Damash ships or whatever that duplicate themselves. It can be a pain in the ass, and I totally get it. It drives me up the wall. So. Hey, the Seeker 2023, thank you for the follow over on Twitch. I appreciate you. Welcome in. How are you? How has your Monday night been? Hopefully it's been a good night. We are just chilling, doing DSEs and hanging out and talking about all kinds of interesting, fun STO-related things, and sometimes pizza. By the way, everybody that got pizza earlier or made pizza earlier, I hope you all enjoyed it. You've kept pizza on my brain all night, and I'm bringing it back up for everybody else who did not have pizza because half of the chat over on YouTube and some of it over on Twitch was making pizza and stuff at the start of stream. We were going to turn into a pizza channel, and now we're an STO and a pizza channel, I guess. But I hope you all enjoyed your pizza because I'm a little bit jealous. Facing those enemies. Want me to abort mission? Got the Earth space dog. Trigger until I'm green in the face. That's a fair assessment. I would probably be right there with you after facing all the. STO has quite a few annoying enemies in this game, and there's not. And I guess, and this is not coming from a bad place whatsoever. What I'm saying is, as time goes on in the game, you almost find that there's not a quote unquote hard enemy in this game. There's just more or less like enemies that have better mechanics than other enemies, I suppose. And so like there's not really a hard enemy that I've faced, but there's one of those enemies where it's just like you sit there and go, God, this is annoying to fight, you know? And that's kind of like where I've been at on the PvE side of things, is like these are annoying to fight. So yeah, I'd be right there with you. Let's go to Earth Space Drunk and drink some Romulan ale, and we'll just all be green in the face, and we'll have pizza, and we might get sick from the Romulan ale and pizza, but let's just all do it. Why not? It was good. You're doing good. Just complete your daily. Fantastic. Which daily? The DSE daily, the event daily. There's a lot of dailies. No, but that's awesome. I mean, that's kind of what we're working on right now, is just getting our wrappers done on our characters, and then do our endos, and then we'll do some cavort shenanigans, maybe. I think. I don't know. We'll see. We still got like a whole another almost 3 hours to go. Well, a little bit under 3 hours, so we got some time. Good God, I've only been live for an hour and 20 minutes. It feels like it's been an eternity. Oh, the Crystal King. Okay, so you're on console. Because that's the console event that's happening right now. Very nice. I'm very aware of that. Good. So you're doing the Crystalline event for the Tholian kit frame. Fantastic. It's not, I mean, depending on if you have the other pieces to the Tholian frame, it's not terrible at all. It's, I personally, just because of where I play from, I have yet to find the kit frames, for the most part, that I'm going to replace with my Ryzen Summer kit frames. There are a couple good kit frames in here, but that the only one's not bad with the set. It's really not. So, but that's only if you have it. Otherwise, I think as a standalone kit, it's kind of, it's okay. It's okay. But still a very decent filler event, because then next week y'all get the Undiscovered event, so that's good. Wrap up the crystalline, then go straight on to Undiscovered and go for that cavort. You will love. Well, I won't say. I don't know if you will love it, but I think a good majority of players will love it. I think it's a fantastic ship. So, but I obviously won't say. I don't know what people do or don't love. Better Romulan and L than Orion Delac. I didn't even think what. I have to think back on the lore of different alcoholic drinks or any drinks in Star Trek. Like, what was Orion Delac described as? What was it like? Bacon Commander, I gotta check out. Thanks for the stream, Captain Bacon Commander. Have a good rest of your Monday night. Thanks for hanging out with us. We will see you when we see you, hopefully on the next stream, and if not, we'll catch you maybe on a video. But take care. Have a good night. Gotta admit, the main character always gets the most intense missions in the game. Did you know the Enterprise takes on them ships? Imagine you choose an Oberth, you're screwed. Yeah. When you bring out the science research vessel to go after the Borg or something like that, like if it was to be quote unquote like canonized lore from the movies, oh man, that would be a bad day. But luckily you can build up, you know, some of the ships on it, especially the T6 Oberth. You can build it up. But yeah, you know, if we were to follow true Star Trek lore, that would have been a rough time. Make sure I didn't miss anybody's cat there. Let's see. We still got to do Terrans on the ground and Tholian ships. Ugh. Bob's going to do all that. I'm not even going to bother. Bob will do it. Strange New World episodes of all scientists at the end. Pike's command crew drank authentic Orion Delac and got all animated. That was season 2 or 3. I gotta remember. I have to. You know what? I know that Strange New Worlds literally drops in 3 days. I think it's Thursday, right? It drops on Thursday. I need to go back and do a refresh watch of Strange New Worlds, because I mean, like, I think it's been about a year-ish since I watched it, so I might have to binge watch some of it. Like, I know what's going on overall story-wise, but yes. PC Guru, what's going on? Good to see you. How are you? Hope you're having a fantastic Monday. What you been up to? You have a good weekend? It was strange. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I'd have to go back and like probably just do a refresh course on it, which I only have like 3 days to do it. Or I could just wait a little bit and let season 4 build up and then binge watch that all at once. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But it's Star Trek, so I might, you know, just not. I might just watch it every single week. Haven't seen that episode since the release. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. It's like I'm right there with you, Jericho. You know, watching season 2, because I remember season 3 was like kind of, I mean, it was good. It was just a little bit different in terms of storytelling was concerned. But like, I remember season 3 more fresh than I definitely do season 2 and 1. But I'm excited for more Star Trek. So. Oh yeah. Okay, I know which episode you're talking about. Okay. Now, I mean, like, I vaguely remember it, but yes, I do remember it. What's his name from the show The Boys? He plays Boimler in that episode. I forgot his name, but yeah. He did a pretty damn good job of him. Could have been better, but I survived and placed, though. That's what's important. Well, hell yeah. I hear you on that one.
The ambushers are closing in on your vessel.
Could have been...
Stay alert.
Or, sorry. Read that wrong. Oh, yeah, fun. Yeah, it was pretty neat. I always liked watching, especially, like, the past Star Trek episodes, right? With like all the different crossovers that have happened over time. Like some of my favorite some of my favorite episodes of Star Trek were just like ones where they kind of bridge gaps between episodes. In fact, my favorite Voyager episode is the one where Q comes to Voyager and he snaps in Will Riker in them, right? And you know, Janeway's explaining to Riker like, hey, you know, just so you know, like we're stuck out here in the Gamma Quadrant, and like it's gonna take us, you know, a long time to get here. And I like the way that like Riker looked over at Q, like, yeah, this is your fault, but like, you know, his memory got wiped, so like that was it, and then they, you know, got flashback. But yeah, so I've always liked the crossover things. Anytime that Star Trek can do something to bridge kind of like episodes and series together, it's really neat. Can't wait for the revamp, the Ultimate Klingon art, an STO classic. Yes. It's all about the OG Enterprise. Yeah. I mean, like, you know, we only got part 1 of this whole arc, I guess, but I don't know how they're gonna release the other ones. I'm not sure how that's gonna go. Which Kelvin timeline ship should I get when they get added to console? Well, that's actually gonna we're not really all 100% sure what the stats are on the new ones because the blog doesn't drop until tomorrow. So we're gonna see the full-on stats now. They have leaked stats and they have been shown. That doesn't mean those are the final stats, so that's the only reason why I'm gonna say I'm not going to give that kind of advice out, just because of the fact that I don't want to give out wrong information, right? So the blog drops tomorrow along with the ships on PC, so we will get them tomorrow. Once we get them tomorrow, I think a better consensus will come out about like which ships are going to perform which way. We know some of the seatings as far as the ships are concerned. We know some of the, you know, the layouts of the ships, but I don't know what is or isn't final. So I don't want to sit there and give you like that bad information. I will just say it's going to be based on your play style as well, right? Like, do you like carrier ships? Do you like boats? Do you like science stuff? Like, which way do you like to play? And if you like all of the above, then at that point they grab the whole bundle because I think they're all gonna fit a particular play style. But that's my thinking on that one. I just don't want to put that out until we all have the information correct tomorrow without all the leaked stuff that was previously, because, you know, just as I do, leaked stuff can always kind of change, right? So yeah, Trisander did not like the stats for the Newton class. He believed the creators making it about as Star Trek lore says it is. Well, and that's why, again, like a lot of the content creators that did jump on the early leaks, and I understand it. I get it from a content creator's perspective. I am not knocking them whatsoever. So I don't want this getting back to them going, oh, well, Captain Spicy Pants said this. No. What I'm saying is a lot of them jumped on it and they saw the early stats, and that's kind of why I don't really want to put that information out there, is because I know, just like when you get a leaked trailer online or something for a movie or something like that, editors can go in, they can change something, and then when it releases, it's, hey guys, it's not so bad. Look, this is what actually happened, right? Like, we changed everything. Think about the outlash that Sonic the Hedgehog had, right? When his first trailer got dropped for the movie, and everybody flipped out about it. That's not what Sonic looks like, blah blah blah. So the you know, all of the VFX artists went in and they were like, yeah, we're gonna make Sonic look exactly the way he's supposed to look like. So for me, I won't ever put out information until I have that solidified information in front of me, and I don't like to go after leaked content and say, hey guys, we're getting this because this is what's coming out. So if you're messaging Spencer right now about how you feel about him, make sure you put terrible in there. Put that in there for me. Actually, Spencer has seen my video where I used him in there, which made me happy. It did. He saw my video where I used him for saying terrible in there, so I kind of laughed about it. It made me smile. But I really do genuinely like Spencer and them. So, but I understand why they cover those things. I do. I get it. It's a very quick way for them to kind of stay on top of things, and as you know, whether you call it clickbait or not, that's exactly the way it is. It's grab it and get that information out there, get the views. I understand it. It's just that's not what we do. So, I don't mean to dismiss it though, so please don't take that the wrong way. I'm not trying to dismiss anybody, but that's just how I like to approach things. I want to make sure that I have all the correct information before, because I don't want to mislead you guys, and especially if you're going to spend money on something on this game, or maybe, you know, whatever. It's your hard-earned dilithium, it's your hard-earned money, it's all that stuff. I don't want you guys going out there and grabbing something and go, well, Captain Spicy Pants said this ship was going to be great, and it came out, and now it only has 3 warp nacelles when it originally leaked it had 4. And I'm going to be like, oh, shit. You know? Like, I don't want to do that to anybody, because that would make me feel really, really bad at that point. So, that's all. That's all. I don't want to beat that dead horse into the ground. I've already beat it enough. It's done. It's over. It's dead. Let me take a quick be right back and grab some more water, and I'll leave you all here with Bob for just a second on a quick be right back screen. I hope. Oh, I don't know if I have his screen set up. Not Spicy just tells people ships suck, and then people find out they're awesome after sales are over. Yep, you heard it here, folks. It is confirmed. I will tell you a ship sucks, and 3 months later it's going to be great, and then you guys come back and yell at me. That's it. That's totally what we do here. Wolf Gray is 100% correct. Don't listen to any other outside sources. If I say it's bad, it's probably good. All right. Let's see. Hopefully I have this correctly. I think I just rearranged some stuff, so I'll be right back.
Absolutely unbelievable. What has taken him so long? We are live on a Federation Space News Network. Do you know how hard it was to get this time slot? We're sandwiched between Cooking with Neelix and Klingon Opera Marathon. Captain Spicy Pants said he'd be right back.
Technically, Bob, we are just a be right back screen. The Quadrant isn't exactly waiting with bated breath. Besides, Beatty the Spicy Pirate Spicy Pants finally caught up with him.
I don't care if he's battling a Class 5 plasma storm in his bathroom. I am a classically trained Romulan operative. I should be destabilizing governments, not covering for a guy who streams in his undergarments.
I told you we shouldn't have signed a syndication deal with a guy named after trousers. But no, you said, it's the new frontier of media, Diane. The kids will love it, Diane.
Shut up, Diane. And Tom, nobody cares about your blue-faced f***ing opinions.
Wow, xenophobic much, Bob? Starfleet HR is gonna have a field day with that one.
I'm not xenophobic. I hate everyone equally who isn't currently sitting in the anchor chair. Diane, back me up here. You've been staring at your console for 10 minutes. Are you scanning for his life signs? Tracking a subspace anomaly? What are you doing?
I'm playing Minesweeper, and you're ruining my focus.
I'm ruining your what? I'm trying to hold this entire broadcast together with duct tape and Romulan L. Oh, real mature, Diane. The Tal Shiar would take your hands for that. Fine. You know what? Fine. I'll do the news. I'm taking over.
Oh, this should be a disaster. Let me get my popcorn epitator pattern ready.
Good evening, Alpha Quadrant. I'm Bob, and this is Federation Space News Network. Top story tonight, a local Earth streamer known as Captain Spicy Pants has gone completely AWOL, presumably abducted by a rogue faction of incompetent Ferengi.
I'd pay Latinum to see that.
In other news, the replicator on Deck 4 is still dispensing nothing but lukewarm Earl Grey tea and profound disappointment.
Actually, that's just Picard's leftover preset.
Engineers suspect a localized temporal malfunction, but I suspect it just hates us. Whatever. How much longer do we have to stall? My prosthetics are itching. Can someone please send a subspace distress signal, or at least slide a joke under the door? We have 0 material left.
Just read the teleprompter, Bob.
The teleprompter just says, pew pew lasers over and over again. Captain Spicy Pants, if you can hear this, please come back. My sanity is at 0%.
Oh, stop yelling at me, Bob. We're back. We're back. Lord. Stretch my legs without that guy yelling at me all the time. Always with his bullshit. Well, now that I'm back, we do have a lot of people. I guess we can talk about Bob's future now. This is where I lose all the followers and everybody on YouTube. Not really. I hope not. So, guys, I know we talked about Bob going to a different home. Made a mistake with Bob. A mistake that could potentially get the account banned. So Bob's got to stay with us. Oh no, Bob's gonna stay with us. So what are we gonna do about it? Well, because Bob hit Endgame, we are gonna do a different kind of giveaway. That giveaway will happen sometimes next month. No matter what platform you are on, Xbox, PlayStation, or Steam, we will do a $100 gift card giveaway for Bob's Endgame series. What does that mean for Bob? Well, that means Bob's going to stay with us, and now that the Zero to Endgame series is going to come to a wrap at the end of this week, because his goal was to go Zero to Endgame, that means there's going to be a new challenging stuff on the frontiers for Bob. You got to kind of come up with some series for him, but we are going to explore that as a community when that time comes. So Bob is not going anywhere. At the most, I think I've had a discussion with Luna Callie about this, who is lurking over here. At most, it may actually end up becoming her account, as she does not have a Star Trek Online account, and it is an established account that she can play on, and she'll still be in the same household as me, Cryptic. So I think that's going to be Bob's route. So, yeah. Can I elaborate? It's really vague and intriguing. So, the mistake I made is the gift card that was put on this account is technically considered a purchase on this account. And that's all I can really go on about that. Because that was the case with the Gorn bundle, which I didn't realize it was going to be the case, it ties back to me. And it could potentially end up in somebody else's hands. It could get the account banned, and there would be no way to recover it. So, yeah, that's why it has to stay this way. We didn't realize that when we did that. We were trying to do a nice thing. Kind of sucks. So his giveaway is being changed, unfortunately. So, but it does happen. It was a first time trying, something like this, and we learned. So that being said, we are still going to do a big giveaway to somebody. It will happen next month. I will put out more details in a video and in Discord of how we're going to facilitate that giveaway. And it won't matter, again, what platform you play on. We may even do a 3 winners situation. Can you make a PowerPoint presentation? Yes. Let me get right on that, Ponderman. I will do slide A, B, and C. I'll put circles, squares, boxes, whatever you guys want. And arrows, right? We need arrows to point to what happened here, there, and everything else. So I will definitely get all over that. So yeah, it's just kind of unfortunate because I was not even really keeping that in mind when I was thinking about it or doing it, and it kind of bit me in the butt. So I was like, oh, fair enough, well played. Either way, Bob will still be around. He's not going anywhere, so that's the good news. You know where Bob will be at all times. The bad news is we just have to change the giveaway for an honest mistake that I had made. So, but I wanted to own up to the mistake and let you all know that, this is on me, and it happens. So, better than to, just kind of go out and be like, oh yeah, sorry guys, nobody's getting it kind of deal, right? I wanted to be transparent about what's going on. So, I want you the entire box of spicy jelly beans. We still have them. We still have. I have not touched that box since week 5 was the last time that we did it. Oh my god, we're on week 15. So in 10 weeks, I haven't touched those jelly beans. I will totally eat jelly beans as a punishment for you all. Those spicy jelly beans. I will totally do that. I have to go find the box somewhere. I think it's in the drawer, but I definitely have them. I used to make wicked PowerPoints, but that was years ago. I honestly, I remember having to do like PowerPoint presentations back in high school. Like when, you know, like when computers first started hitting like the scenes in the computer labs and we like first discovered what PowerPoint was and Adobe and all that stuff, right? Like I remember doing that, but I haven't used that in years. Is PowerPoint even used? I mean, like, I guess maybe for businesses it probably still is, but like, is it even used anymore in like school presentations or anything? I mean, obviously I'm not in school anymore, but does anybody's children's go to school doing PowerPoint presentations still, or is everything pretty much like done on an iPad and like your cell phone and stuff? I don't know. Weird. Like, times have changed, technology's changed, so I don't know what's what. Eat the jelly beans eat them while doing push-up. Jesus. That's the last time I own up to mistakes for you guys. From now on, I'll be like, yeah, guys, something technically happened. It wasn't me. Don't make me do push-ups and eat jelly beans at the same time. What is wrong with you? I used to make it for college speeches in 2018 for night school. Yeah, see, I figured something like that. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. When I was in high school, it was Commodore 64 and TRS-80 computers. I am very familiar with at least the Commodore 64. When I was growing up, my dad, what got me into computers is my father had a Commodore 64, and then he had an Apple 1 and 2. And we were playing like Oregon Trail back in the day on the floppy disk. So I've had computers and technology in my whole life. But like, I am actually luckily familiar with the Commodore 64. I don't know how you all dealt with that, but that's fantastic. It's definitely not something I miss at all. With spicy crabs on me. Well, thanks, Sarah. You just had to add to it all. Pain is how we show our love. Well, thank you. I feel so loved. I am a masochist, okay? I think we've discussed this before, but, you know, just in case anybody needs to remember. Yeah, the Atari 800. I was very fortunate or unfortunate, depending on whichever way you want to look at it. I was very fortunate to grow up in a very technologically savvy household. And I'm talking about like early technology, you know, like 8-track players, Ataris, and this was stuff that wasn't obviously when I was a child. I was born in the 80s, right? So like, but like my parents, I don't know, I guess we've always just had an affiliation with technology. So like, I'm very familiar with all these, well, except I like I said, I don't know what a TRS-80 computer is. That definitely, I can say I do not know what that is. But, yeah, it's crazy how fast, if you think about it, how fast technology has leapt in the last, let's say the last 60 years. Now, let's go back a little bit further. Let's go back even the last 80 years. Right? From when computers were literally the size of an entire room, now you can hold a computer in your hand. And all this took was about 80 years. That is one lifetime for somebody, and that is a very fast window if you really think about it. So I'm amazed by it. I love technology.
Scans are clear.
I'm afraid that, you know, some people might not love it as much as I do, but, you know, we might have to activate Skynet someday. Hopefully not. That would be the worst. All right. I heard a doo-doo-doo. What was a doo-doo-doo? Where did it come from? Was it mail? That was mail. Always keep the chat. I hear the beep beep. I'll read that rest of that message after stream. I actually will try to on that one, Eric. It's part of it. But that's kind of where it came down from in the first place. So I don't know. Yeah. I saw, that's why I closed it out. I saw what you were talking about really briefly. Curious 80 was an 8-bit computer with a green screen. Okay, yeah, I've seen them in movies then. I know exactly what you're talking about. You're talking about like the little boxy ones that had that like cute green screen and they had like the beige color case around them and everything. Yeah. Well, it was you said the message after. I guess there's a stream delay. There has to be a stream delay. It's like I saw it and then I quickly closed it out. It's okay. Somebody fast enough on the VOD will go through and read it. So, you know, there's that. So, but yeah, I know, I guess, about what you're talking about. I've seen it in like television and like ads or old ads and stuff. Oh, I remember like the big ass satellite dishes back in the day that like my grandparents used to have, where you know, they put the satellite dish in your backyard. And it wasn't like one that you put on your roof or anything. It was like the ones that was like in the grass and like the big dome that would just like point towards the sky somewhere. And then if you change the channel, that whole dish would move and it would take a second to change the channel and stuff. That was freaking something else. I don't even know what like provider did that or like where they got it from. The first computer I used in school was Apple IIc. Yeah, that was actually one of my like first hands-on computers was an Apple II. And then like, I mean like, I know of the Commodore 64 because my dad had it. I don't know if I ever really played around with it much, but I do know of it. And then like, yeah, it was the Apple II for me. Then it was like some kind of, after the Apple II, I don't remember what it was, some kind of IBM something, and that was I think it was more or less for his job, because I was in like middle school at the time or something when that was around. My dad was doing early on like computer networking, and so he has some kind of IBM computer. I don't remember what it was called. And then we started moving into like the Windows, 3.1 platform computers and stuff like that. So yeah. Oh, we had the tower for that still attached to our house and still had the control for the antenna monitor in our living, but the antenna fell off. Yeah, see, I remember and what was it? So I don't honestly know this because, like I said, this was something my grandparents had, and this was like early 90s. I was like a baby back then, right? So was that a service provider that did that, or was that a company like that distributed satellite, and then you got your television from a provider like Dish Network or something? I always wondered that because I was like, do these companies like come out and install this big ass satellite dish, and then like you pay for the service separately? Because if so, that was a lot of money. You had to look up the Atari 800's original price was $1,000. Holy crap! Like adjusted for inflation or without inflation? Because if so, that would be like a lot of money nowadays. Well, I mean, technically it is worth a lot of money these days if you have a very good condition one. Geez, $1,000 back in like 1970. Ooh, when did Atari 800 come out? Was it early 70s, right? Was it 60s? There's no way it was 60s. It had to have been 70s. Maybe. I don't know. That would be so damn expensive if that wasn't adjusted for inflation. Oh, well, hello. Uh-oh. Y'all know what time it is. For those of our regular viewers, no. Is a time
refinery is secure and ready to receive any supplies you can part with.
have somebody who's wait, ready to say hi. She's ready to say hi to chat. There is the Mrs. Texas camera. Oh, sorry, babies. There she is. Agent Texas is awake, coming out to say hi. Looking at me because she probably wants a TREAT that I'm not going to say out loud, but I might understand that I just spelled it out. I don't. But for those of you that are new to the channel, this is Mrs. Texas, or Agent Texas, rather, named after the character from Red vs. Blue. Popular web series back in the day, still is to a certain degree. But anyways, yes, she is our senior German Shepherd dog, and happy as can be, and she has her own camera. So that is a little bit of lore about this pupper right here. And this is usually the time where Jericho gets to say hi to Texas. Unless Jericho's not here, then maybe parents later on. But she's usually napping, and then she'll come in and say hi every time. We give her a little bit of attention. That's the original price, $19.79. Oh my gosh. Oh, you mean digital satellite? I was talking about actual channels 358 analog over. Oh, yeah, no. I think it was the old satellite dome dishes I was talking about. Yeah, and exactly. You would need to periodically realign. Yep, that's the one I was talking about. All right, kiddo. Okay. So you go do dog stuff. All right. Anything okay? Love. All right. Good dog. All right. Gotta get back over here. Hammer down. Push this back to the main screen. So usually they bought it on the open market and then they received the raw feed from the various networks. They weren't encrypted back then. Yeah, see, I never knew how that system worked. I had no idea. Oh my gosh, I've been flying away from delivering the supplies all this time. Great. Oh, there, Jericho. Yeah. Yeah, she's a good dog. She's not as talkative tonight. She's probably... The storms and everything we've been having been kind of playing hell on her bones lately. But she does take joint supplements. So, but weather has not been too good for her old. You never had digital satellite, always had cable. That's what I'm saying. It's like, it was just something like my grandparents had. And that was like odd for me because I think I grew up in a household the same way where it was like always cable and everything. And then of course, like nowadays I don't even have cable, right? Everything's digital, media of some sort. I feel like I should just pay for cable at this point, but whatever.
Scans are clear.
Yeah, it's like,
the system has been secured
it's just
for now.
like such a weird thing for me to see this big ass dome in the backyard that you would have to realign and reposition, and changing channels would take like 5 to 10 seconds or longer just because like it had to get a new signal and everything. It was a nightmare.
This is Rear Admiral
Oh yes, the
Starfleet's
TRS-80 had the
Space
color computer
Operations
model of the
Command.
original gray unit with 4K
Sensor
memory.
relay
Ran out of memory on the
systems
first
have been
night.
knocked
Well, yeah, with only 4,000 kilobits of memory back in when did the TRS-80 come out? I mean, it was obviously after the Commodore 64, but you probably couldn't load or do a whole heck of a lot. What? Wait. Oh, I don't like that. Can you all see this? Like up here on the compass? Is this new? I've done this DSE several times. I don't remember the letters being on here. It says ABY now. Well, I guess E for gamma. But, it says the letters on there now.
Watch out. Enemies incoming.
Oh, that's weird. I don't like that. $1978. Okay, I figured as much. I knew it was after the Commodore 64. It had to have been, because that was like a big thing, right? But like, that makes sense. You had to load programs via cassette tapes. No kidding. You had to wait. What? Well, I mean, like again, I grew up with the floppy, the original floppy, the 3.5, the big one. So I didn't even know I didn't even know there was I learned something new in 40, almost 41 years. I never knew that the TRS-80 used cassette tapes. I didn't even know that was an option to load programs via cassette tapes. That's freaking cool. That's awesome. Like, well, I mean, it kind of sucks, but it's awesome. Oh, it came out. Oh, so the 64 came out
Sensors
after.
indicate hostile
Oh,
reinforcements are
okay,
approaching.
okay. Well, then that makes sense. Then that's probably why I never knew about it, because it was after the fact that, or it was before the fact I was born. My dad must have got rid of it, or maybe he didn't have one. I don't know. But like I said, I grew up with a Commodore 64, so I never knew about the TRS-80. But damn. That's so wild that you could load programs with a cassette tape. Huh. You remember the first DVD movies that were huge? Are you talking about Laserdisc? Because I remember those. We actually had a discussion on channel about Laserdisc. Yep, they were like the size of vinyl records. And then they compacted them into DVDs. What became DVDs, I should say. But yeah. Mister, I don't know anything about computer history, pants. Hey, Mister, I like I said, my start was the Commodore 64. That's my age right there. That's it. You know, 40 years old. I grew up in a household with Commodore. Anything before that is like basically what these freaking kids are doing nowadays, going, I don't know what a cassette tape is because I grew up in 2012. I was born in 2012. Well, shit. You know, so like, again, we all have our times of history, right? So that was just my starting point. But still, I mean, it's cool to learn this stuff. It's cool. I like history. I like things of the past, you know. So it's kind of neat. Yep, the laser disc. Terrible. Yeah.
We have detected an incoming threat.
The magnetic film and cassettes, similar to floppies. Yeah, I remember. Oh man, my dad got so pissed off at me. I will never forget this. I probably had to been like 8 or 9 years old, but I still remember this for some reason, because I figured out how to. You remember the little metal slider on the original floppy disk, and then like the little film, that little magnetic film inside of it. Like you could kind of play around with it if you moved the little metal piece, right? Well, I kind of found a way to like move the metal piece and dig out that metal film because I was curious what it was. I didn't realize it was like a program that he absolutely needed to have. I don't know what it was, but like I got my ass reamed for that. But it was kind of neat to see what the inside of a 3.5, you know, looked like, or the original, you know, floppy looked like. But who knew? You're 48 and being told by teens they don't know what a D. See, that's, I mean, like, and this is why, for me, I think it's important to know, like, history, to know where something came from, is because, like, again, like, my frame of reference is the Commodore 64, and even then, that was just, like, right when I was born, you know, around the time I was born, so it's like, you know, but again, like, learning stuff about, like, the TRS-80, learning that it was done by cassette tape, it's good to know these things. It's just good to know, because it's like, if you don't know your history, you're doomed to repeat it, right? And if you repeat it, you don't know what it is. What happens if we have to go back to analog, right? Let's just say worst case scenario, we have to go back to analog. How many people are screwed at that point? A lot, you know? So I like learning stuff. I like knowing stuff. I like being able, like, oh, wow, you know, that's really cool that we had this, or that really sucked that we had this. I'm glad we have something better now. So, you still buy DVDs? To be fair, I don't think I've ever had. I don't remember last time I went down like an aisle that had DVDs or anything, like at a Walmart or a Best Buy or anything like that. Just simply because, like, well, most of my products are digital, or I order the line if they're physical copies of something. I do have a shit ton of DVDs in here, so it's not that I don't have anything on physical copies. Just I don't remember the last time I went and looked for a digital copy of something or a physical copy of something. So, but yeah, if they're still in stores, then that's just the dumbass teenager who isn't. I'm not hating on anybody. I'm just saying, if they're still there, that's a them problem. And I'm allowed to say dumbass teenager, okay? Because I was once a dumbass teenager. We were all once dumbass teenagers. We all know that's just a universal thing, okay? We're not downing anybody. We're just saying when you're a teenager, you do stupid stuff, okay? So, I just want to clarify that. The reason HD DVD lost the battle against Blu-ray was because they wouldn't allow adult films.
The trade station in this system
Wait,
has been
what? Is that? Okay, that I didn't know. I thought it was just because Blu-ray
Enemy attack group
was
incoming. Defend
objectively
those
better,
starships.
in terms of quality and bit rate and everything else. I didn't know it was because they couldn't. That's interesting. You work for one of the first interactive multimedia companies, and we use Laserdisc and use graphic motor. Oh yeah, see, that's what I say. I grew up with Laserdisc movies, and those things were just crazy. They're huge. I mean, I wouldn't put it past too many people to not know about
Another attack group has arrived in
Laserdisc,
the system.
because it was such a short period in time that they existed, and then it was one of those you blink and you missed it, they're gone, right? So. But those of us that did, know about it, I thought it was kind of a interesting concept. It, like I said, it led to the DVD, so it's
Don't get
good.
too comfortable. Station sensors indicate another attack group.
They're like on the end caps of Walmart electronics sections, Blu-rays as well. That makes sense. Like I said, I don't honestly actively go to the store to go and look for stuff. I will admit I am a slave to the online, buy something online and have it shipped to me because it is convenient. It is convenient, and it makes sense, especially for the work and stuff I do, to just have something delivered to me than having to go. And there are places that I still love to go to the store for. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to order tools online, right? Like, I'm going to go to the hardware store because I need to know if that tool is durable or not. But for the most part, if it's something that I can get online at whether it's Amazon or just on a website itself through a vendor or something like that, I will.
The trade station has been. Scans are clear.
You never owned a Laserdisc, but had a friend who did. I remember the friend had Star Wars. Yeah, my family had the original. I want to say that it was the original Star Wars, but it could have been the 96 or 97 special edition release. But I don't know if Laserdiscs were phased out by that point. I don't know for sure which version it was. I don't know if they were phased out at that point, or if they were still actively made. But I know we had some copy of Star Wars on Laserdisc, the original trilogy. So I don't know. Not sure.
Unidentified weapon systems are powering up in your area. It's an ambush.
I love the direct dial feature that you could go to at time of the movie, no fast forward or rewind of laser. Yeah, that was, like I said, Laserdisc pioneered a bunch of things, obviously, to get to DVDs and DVD menus and everything else, right? So it wasn't a terrible product. It was just, I think it was a little bit ahead of its time. It wasn't quite fleshed out, but it was kind of one of those things where it was like, if you got to experience it and you had it, like, great, were you missing out on anything? No. So, it's not like, it's just, it was one of those things that I just remember because I remember that movie. What did we talk about? What was that movie? Robot Wars. Robot Wars was the movie. It had a 2-disc Laserdisc set. And when you finished halfway through Robot Wars, you had to put in the second Laserdisc. And I always talked about how it would pause at that scene with the scorpion robot walking across the desert. That's how I will always remember Laserdisc. That memory will stick with me forever because I just remembered it. So... Some remote places like Alaska use DVDs a lot since they have no internet in some areas. Yeah, I don't think DVDs are going to go anywhere anytime soon. But with the lots of like games moving from physical copies to all digital, it may be a matter of time. I don't know. Oh, Robot Jocks. That's it. That's right. It wasn't Robot Wars, but Robot Jocks. Yeah, that was it. But yes, that was the movie I will always remember as far as owning the Laserdisc was concerned, because Bob's almost got 15 in kit modules over here. Just having a 2 Laserdisc system. Or you got to switch this out at this point. And I was like, really? We made it halfway through and we got to switch it out? But is bulky and expensive to produce a disc by comparison to DVDs? Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that's what I say. I don't think anytime soon we're going to lose DVDs, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's not on the horizon. I think we're very much moving to an all digital age. Like it or not, I think that's where we're headed. I think the days of physical copies of most things are going to be memorabilia, collectibles, and whatnot.
The disabled starship is back
You got
online.
too many streaming platforms out there that, you know, they can kind of justify that, and they can save money elsewhere. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't have all the answers. I only have some of the answers, and some of those answers are, this is where we're pointing at. The video game industry has kind of proved that. Because I will say I miss buying games for the physical copy of it, and having like the collectible stuff that came with it, and knowing that aspect of the game industry is kind of going down. There's still going to be collectible stuff with digital copies, but it's not going to be the same. Laserdiscs were actually made with glass, as the plastic version didn't hold up well, so we only made them for mock-ups or short demos, as the plastic Laserdisc just didn't hold up. No kidding. Yeah, I don't know exactly how they were made. I just remember them, but that's interesting to know. Huh. I remember a movie when I was a teen, where the movie was set in the distant future, where mankind was using huge mechs to box one another as a sport.
Thank you for your help.
Would this be Robot Jocks? Because this is, well, it could be Robot Jocks, Robot Wars. It could be one of those two. If you're 48, so you're 8 years older than me. That would put you as a teenager in the early 90s. That sounds about right. Yeah, that could have been the movie you're thinking of. We literally had this discussion here on stream a couple weeks back. We actually had to pull up the clip of it on YouTube. I think Eric Hawk sent it to us. Or somebody did. Somebody sent it to us here in stream. Because I kept having like this nostalgia for this movie. I was like, I can't remember what the movie was called. So it's quite possible, Jeff Peterson, it could be possible that you and I are remembering the very same kind of movies, because the movie was these huge mechs that was fighting one another. It was kind of like the first Pacific Rim, so to speak. Yeah, it was. Okay, it was Eric Hawk. Yep. So it was like the first Pacific Rim, if you really think about it. I mean, like, I'm not saying like Pacific Rim's the pioneer of this stuff. What I'm saying is like, if that's, you know, a frame of reference for what this movie was, because they would jump in these mech things and like fight one another and stuff, and then like the spectators were walking across the desert in this giant scorpion thing as spectators, and like That's about all I can remember of the movie. But we watched the trailer for it on stream, and I was like, "That's it. That's the movie." So it might be one of those two movies: Robot Jocks or Robot Wars, and that would place you as a teenager around the times those came out. At least those were the two movies that I could think of off the top of my head. Oh, okay, I was gonna say we should have hit 70, but I didn't even finish my dailies. All right, I was like, why did I hit 70? Oh, because I need to earn 5,000 fleet credits and Olian ships and destroy some Terrans. You know what? Let me queue up for oh, let's do fun birdcage. Yeah, let's do birdcage errands. I'll knock that one out. Let's do this one. Oh, does anybody want to do TFOs? You can. If you want to, just let me know. If not, if you don't group up with me, queue up for birdcage. Okay, thanks. I need to do this though. I think I created a monster, gave the simulation console to a Romulan. Now they are simulating everything. Nice. I love the little toy consoles that we used to. I mean, like, again, like kind of back before like all this power creep and stuff happened. I don't know when you want to say that was, but like as time went on, that's a better way. Time went on. Some of those consoles were fantastic. Like you could assimilate Borg and then send like Borg like running into everybody and stuff like that, and they would do some pretty damn decent damage. So it was. Domric says, "Sure, TFO." Okay, fantastic. Grab you. It should automatically queue you in. And wow, my brain just shut off. Oh. Oh yeah, those consoles, man, they used to be so much fun. Like sending out all those Borg drones and everything. I miss some of those older consoles. I wish they bring them up to par a little bit. That name sounds vaguely familiar. I was actually a member. So before I moved over to RCF, which was earlier this year, I was an original TSI, which they were an original launch fleet. And I'm trying to remember. I mean, like back in the day, we used to, I don't even know. The Sad Pandas, is Sad Panda still a big fleet on here? I guess I haven't really looked at them, but like we used to run with them all the time, especially in like PvP and stuff. I don't even know if they like actively participate on here or not. But yeah, I remember some of the old school fleet names. I think yours sounds a little bit familiar. I know like 12th Fleet's been around for a while. I think 12th Fleet might be an original. I could be wrong. I gotta think about like I mean, there's so many fleets nowadays, right? But I gotta think about the ones that like really stood out since like the early days of STO from launch and what. So, when did Reddit alert around? I know they've been around for a while, but I don't know if they're an original fleet. They might be. There's a couple of like fleets that are fairly recent. When by fairly recent, I mean within like the last 10 years. Then there's fleets that have been here for the last 16 years. And I'm just trying to like differentiate which ones are which. If you all are part of an original fleet, let me know. Because I mean, like I said, my history on here is I started out as TSI and now I'm a part of RCF. And I like RCF. I don't really interact with them all too much. There are a couple of players I do, but they mostly let me do my thing and I do my thing and that's it. So I do miss my old TSI fleet though. I do. They were a good group of people. If I could ever reconvene with any of the old TSI players, if they ever find my channel, I'm Ross, RAS from TSI. He no longer exists. He's gone. I deleted him. Miss y'all. Actually, do they? You know what? Let me go look at Find a Fleet. Who is there anybody on TSI, or is it even No, I don't know what happened to that fleet, because when I came back from a break in, well, so my first break was in 2016, and then I came back. I'm trying to remember what happened to TSI. I have no idea. But then I was still a part of it, and then I took a break again in 2023, came back in 2025. I skipped the whole year. When I came back, I was fleetless. So I was like, well, what happened? And I haven't seen TSI since then, so I don't know what happened. I can't even begin to remember all the fleets I was, but I do remember Omega Fleet from the start of the game, but it fell apart. Yeah, I remember Omega Fleet. I don't know what, again, like, I don't know what reasons some fleets have fallen apart. Some players have not made it. Wait, Tom Brook, did I send you an invite? Did I not get you on here? Wait, what? It says you're already on a team. Never mind. Thought I sent you an invite, but anyway, so yeah, I don't know what the history is of some of the past fleets. I just remember like the times that I played and what I could remember of those fleets. So Elite Assault Force is from the first year of the game. Yeah, it kind of sound familiar. There was also Mako, which is an obvious one. Mako's been around since the start. I think the original owner, I don't know if he's still the original owner and whatnot, but like that was a first day fleet, right? So there was Mako. Task Force Omega was one. 12th was another one. PSI Bad Pandas was the PvP fleet. A lot of fleets that have come and gone over the years. You're a part of another fleet called Federation Defense Corps. They kicked you from the fleet because I was absent for a week dealing with a breakup. When I came back, I was fleetless. Wow, that is some strict. That is some strict timing. What happens if you have to go on vacation or something? Like you can't even go on vacation for longer than a week at that point. That's crazy. Joshua, I got my updated Lexington build. Very nice, Joshua. Congratulations. Are you talking about the one that you posted on Discord, or? No, Sarah's got a Lexington build. I need to post. I'll post my character build later or something that I've been running with the Kelvin pets. I can tell you exactly why Omega Feet. Yes, tell me why Omega's feet fell apart. Omega Fleet fell apart. I was a small part of it, sort of. There was a group of 5 of us who ran TFOs together all the time and had all the good Omega gear, and more. And more coming. Got it. Woohoo! Oh, for a second there, I thought I was in a full group of Orions, and then like Bob was the only one. I was like, "This is great." Then I realized I was not. But look at all the awesome ground Barbie, man. They all look fantastic. Oh, I actually like this take on the. Who is this? I like their take on it. Oh, well, can't see their full. I'm used to console, and the aspect on console when you inspect somebody shows their full character body, which is something I wish PC had. I will admit, there's one thing from console I wish PC had. And that's That's if you inspect them, you can actually see their whole character layout right there. So I like it. It's a very neat take. They did a good job on it. That's fantastic to see. Whee! And the rest of the fleet started getting jealous and yelled at the fleet leaders about us, even though we never said no one else could come, so we broke off into Cerberus. That's a good fleet name. I like it. I like Cerberus. It's, you know, there have been petty squabbles over the years on, Donbrook, I sent you the invite. I sent you the invite twice on stream. I don't know if you were getting them or not. It just popped. And so I don't know what happened, but I did send you an invite twice. I promise you I did. I don't know if you were just AFK or not, but I thought you heard me. Maybe you didn't. Okay, I can still pick you up on the next one. I still got to destroy Tholian ships, so I will probably... I'll probably queue for the vault. But yeah, I don't know if you did hear me. Well, hello, Mrs. Texas. What are you doing, kid? Hi, do you want up on the couch? Go ahead, get up on the couch, babies. You don't have to wait for me. I contacted the fleet lead, and all I got was excuse after excuse, and then was accused of yelling at members in Ventrilo. Oh my gosh, Ventrilo. That's a blast to the past, right? Like, what was it before Ventrilo? Or like, there was... TeamSpeak. That's what we used, was TeamSpeak before Discord and everything. But yes, TeamSpeak, Ventrilo, those were the days. Matter, baby girls. What's wrong? You're okay. I know, you woke up from your nap. You want all this attention. I know, I understand. But you gotta go keep yourself occupied for just a little bit, okay? I know. No. I feel bad for whoever I'm in this TFO with. Now I'm playing one-handed. Okay. As long as we deactivate consoles and stuff, we'll be alright. Then we kind of got bored and split up around season 2 because we ran out of stuff to do. Yeah. Early on, the game was like... I mean, like, granted... You can still do a lot of your dailies and stuff now, right? And just kind of be like, I'm done for today after playing for like an hour. But like back then, you really had to make up a lot of stuff to do. Because like, even the reputation system didn't really exist until after the free-to-play launch, right? Like, so like, early in the game, you were just kind of doing stuff to get gear and deck yourself out and like Mark 10? Was it Mark 10 was the cap early on? Was it Mark 10 purple gear, I think? Might have even been blue gear. Good God, I can't even remember. I'm still in the fleet we created when they first when they were first introduced. Most original members don't play anymore. Yeah, like I said, I wish I knew what happened to my original fleet. I don't know. That was the unfortunate thing too. I came back from a break and then I was gone. I don't know if the fleet disbanded. I'm sure it did to a certain extent, or I just got kicked out of it due to, you know, inactivity after a year. But it seems to me like with what was going on at the time when I took the break, it seemed like my fleet leadership was kind of going downhill anyway. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did get, you know, disbanded. I hope that's not the case. I hope they didn't, but I just haven't seen any TSI around since I've been back in 2023, so I have no idea. Oh, it was Mark 9. Okay, yeah, I knew it was like Mark 9 or 10, and I wasn't sure if it was blue or purple, but I do remember. I remember that back during the day, it was you did the janky-ass TFOs, the few of them that were in the game, with the non-redesigns, right? Like the original few TFOs that would work, and if they did work, great. And if they didn't work, well, too bad. And anyways, You would do those, and you would try and deck yourself out in like all the Mark 9 blue gear that you possibly could. And once you did, you were considered at that point like good to go. And then you can go into PvP at the time and just dominate everybody because like you were fully decked out in Mark 9 blue gear and nobody else was because they were all wearing like Mark 7 green gear or whatever. It was just an interesting time back then. Oh yeah, that's true. That's right. STFs. That's right. They were not called TFOs. Yeah. I think I have some old photos on my Google Drive still of STO. I need to find them and pull them up. But I'm pretty sure I have old like 2012 time frame, 2013 time frame screenshots and stuff from the game and like different systems. I need to pull them up. I'd love to pull them up on stream and then just look back at it because this game has changed drastically over the years, believe it or not. Even though it still feels the same in some aspects and some things look the same, the game has changed quite a bit. Yep. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh man, and back then you were always, I mean, you still can fail this day, but your fail rate is a lot lower than it was back then. Ah, Bob, what are you doing? Got some nanite probes. Whee! I love this phaser. It's such a goofy phaser, but I love it. All right, let's do the phaser thing. Let's see if I can get a bunch of them grouped up and I can hit them all. Right here. Let's see if I can get a couple of them. Yep. I got like 2 of them with it, I guess. Everybody else ran out. Like the charge up time on it makes it not really worth it. Oh! No. We are not dying. Oh. Yeah, I miss the old STFs to a certain degree, but I'm glad that they've done the revamps and stuff that they've done because like they would not hold up today by any standards at all. The old well, the mechanics are still the same for Cure Ground, but they've definitely updated. It's still the same. I still had a T5 Odyssey I bought in 2013 in my dry dock. I thought I was nuts spending 30. I have that as well. That is definitely on Spicy's account. Is the old the original T5 Odyssey? Yep. Yeah. Because of the player who won the contest and everything, and yeah, oh yeah, we were all so excited about it. We were like, oh my gosh, it's a new ship in STO, and it's amazing. And yeah, now it just sits there for nostalgic purposes. I mean, of course, you could get the T6 and everything else, right? But I'm just saying, like, what a ways we've come. But it was cool for the time. It really was. I think I flew that ship at least for a good 6 months straight. At the very least for a good 6 months straight, I flew that ship because I was just like super excited by the fact that we had this, you know, new T5 Odyssey in the game, and it was really cool. Oh yeah, the original Ford General dude, whatever. I don't know what he was, but yes. Yeah, like I said, the mechanics are still the same. They've changed it up slightly, but everything else remains the same. But like I said, none of the old ones would hold up to this day because of the fact that like they were just so janky and punny. Well, actually, they probably would hold up to this day because now we have all these great universal kits that we can just go through and wipe everything out. It'd probably be like easy peasy to do everything nowadays. I wonder. I really do wonder if like Border Kiss and them, like, you know how they have the local builds that they play on at their homes or something because they're doing a dev kit project or something. You ever wonder if they have any of the old project files and stuff? Like, do they ever just, for the sake of doing it, fire it up? It's on a local build, right? Like, could they? It'd just be interesting to know if they do. I'd be curious. Anybody ever get a chance to ask Border Kiss a question tomorrow on stream? See if they do. Be interesting to know. I know if I did, like, if I was a dev and I still had access to the old builds because I was playing it on a local build machine that could run the game, I think I would sometimes fire up stuff from the past just to be like, this is where we were and this is where we are now, you know, like, I don't know.
Looks like you found something worth hiding.
Oh yeah, Kidmare Ground's the worst.
This ought to keep our insiders
that one, I'm surprised they just haven't like done away with that whole ground section for it and put another ground section in. It's just because that, you know, getting everybody to go from Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie, you know, to 1, 2, 3, and then having to do it in the control room, it's very hard to coordinate in pugs. You will have people that are veterans and know how it's done, and they'll run it quick, and that's great. But when you do it with people who aren't familiar with it or they're new to the game, that is a horrible TFO to run. I'm sick of the bug. Every time I level my personal trait, ship traits, and ship traits all reset. Yeah, that's been a common thing forever. I don't know if there's ever going to be a fix for that. It does suck because that happens to all my new characters that do their reputations, and then as soon as they tier up, like, Bob doesn't have to worry about it, but say if he was tier 1, went to tier 2, and I had all of his traits set, right? Like, he would just automatically lose them. And I hate that it does that. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's annoying. The only thing that's nice is when you're all set and done and you start saving your loadouts and everything else and you're good, then you're okay. But I do hate that. I don't know if they're ever going to be able to fix that. I don't know what causes that. It's annoying. That's all I know. It is annoying. Have him jump in the laser chamber to go get your Borg buff back. Oh, yeah, that's right. The original way to get the Borg buff is you had to go stand inside the magnetic chamber. That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, I'm glad that I talked to a lot of y'all because, like, we have these experiences from the past, but sometimes, you know, playing the current version of STO, sometimes it gets kind of hard to remember some of these things. It's like, oh, yeah, this is how it used to be, right? You know. And like I said, you know, even thinking about the gear, the progression of gear, you know, having the Mark 9 gear being blue was the highest level for the longest time. Well, at least for a year it was. But still. How often do you think we will get a new episode of the revamped Kuvamog chapter? I would guess as often as they're, you know, actively working on it. That's the best I could say. Like, I would think that part 2 of it is going to happen by September, only because that's the 60th anniversary of STO. So I'm assuming that the next part of the chapter is going to somehow tie into that. I could be, or the future of Star Trek, or 60th anniversary of Star Trek, not STO. So I'm assuming that might be the case, but I could be wrong. That would be my best guess. Obviously, there's no time frame released on it, but if they were going to, you know, do the next thing, I would say September could be a safe bet. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't have a clue. It's basically whenever, you know, the dev team and it passes all the play tests and everything else, and it gets out there. That's all we know. I don't have access to insider information. So, yeah, that's why I said September sounds about right. And that's why I said I think that's going to be the case. Just because it's right on the 60th anniversary of Star Trek. So, it makes sense. Can you really still get it that way? I haven't done it in so long. I mean, like, I have the Borg buff, so I mean, I don't really... Well, Bob doesn't have the Borg buff. Hey, we should go do it. We should go take Bob through there and go see. I haven't tried that in forever. So, maybe I will have to try that. Funny. Get off of there, dude. What are you... Okay, fine, whatever. You can just stay there. You stay there and think about your actions. I will let you out of that corner at some point after you're done getting fried by lightning. Of what we know of the confirmed things from the Kelvin bundle, as far as the ships, the uniforms, I'm not going to say necessarily any of the seatings or anything like that, because, again, that's all the leaked stuff. And we don't know the full-on consoles and how they perform. If anybody's getting Kelvin bundle tomorrow, what are you most excited about from what we do know that is coming in the Kelvin bundle? What is the one thing that you want out of it? Is it uniforms? Is it a specific ship? Is it all the ships? I'm curious. For me, it's all the Kelvin stuff. I'll just be straight up with all of you. It's just all the Kelvin stuff. I just want it. Oh, damn, I was thinking more often. It's just weird having one episode in the tab. I just thought, based on your experience, you might know about how often they release it. Well, so that's the thing. Their release schedule, Jericho, is so all over the place. You cannot, with Star Trek Online, you cannot ever sit there and go, yeah, they do this consistently every single month. The only things that have remained consistent throughout the history of STO is typically their summer and winter events. You can almost count on those every single year to be the same time of year. Oriana's Gaming, hey, how are you? Welcome in. You enjoy your nap? Did you get some rest? I hope you're feeling much better. So yeah, Jericho, I would never, ever look at something with STO to go, oh, well, they released this episode and it took them only a month to do it, and then they release this, and then they'll be ready in the next month. So I always sit there and just take everything that they say with, like, to be determined. I hate to say it that way, but it's true. It's just to be determined. It's when they're ready to announce it, they'll announce it, and that's all there is to it. So it did. I'm not getting it until 35% off bundle, so I'm done with the 25% off bit. That's fair. I'm going to get it because, well, I'm going to get it. But I understand that. I understand if y'all want to wait for the 35% off sales, or if you're going to just use E6 coupons and whatnot, right? So, Don Brook, are you still here? If you are, I'm out of that TFO. I'm going to send you another invite. I sent you an invite. I have room if anybody else wants to join us. We're gonna do. I think we're gonna do the vault. I gotta get Tholians in. I did get a nap, but still feel icky. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope you get to feeling better. I know why you're not feeling well. I understand that. I'm just saying. I hope you do get better. I know it does not feel good, especially with the heat y'all have been getting and everything else. So, if we have room, you could do Kitamir. Oh, we can't do Kitamir, too. We can go for the board thing. That's true. Sarah, I need your @ handle because I'm on Bob's account. I don't have you added on Bob's account. Or you want to send me a message. $109. Woo! Yep. I've done those days. I'm good on all that. I don't know. I don't know how you do it. Don't know how you do it. I mean, like we get some pretty high temperatures over here. Don't get me wrong. It does get hot and humid and gross, but like I don't think I've seen 109 out here yet. I think the highest we've hit was like 104, and that was still pretty gross. But okay. Dombrick, are you here? In chat? Did you? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him. Maybe he has to be muted on stream or something. I'm not sure. Go for the victory Sompek emote, 22 rounds in arena. I'm not gonna go for that. I've done that before. You're on your Epic account? Okay. Yep. We're both on different accounts, so that will work. I'll add you on. You're on your KDF. Okay, so I'll start a team, but so I know who it is. No, there are some things like I will do to a certain extent in the shower, like doing this for Kitamir. I gotta go get the Borg. I gotta do it on Bob's account. It's just something that he doesn't have. It's kind of fun. Let me get you team though, actual private team. What am I doing? I'm hitting buttons. Why am I going backwards in space? Private. Does anybody else want to do a Kitamir ground? Just for the fun of it, to go and get a Borg duty officer by stepping into this chamber. If you don't have it, it's actually not a duty officer; it's a bridge officer. Sharu? That's still let to. Invite. Have room for 2 more. We're just gonna do it on normal difficulty. PC Guru, is your handle the same as your YouTube handle? I'm on Bob's account, so there's people I don't have on Bob's account. There are some that I have on Bob's account, and then there's some I don't. So, okay, you're loading in. Got it. I don't know if it's handle. I don't know if it was PC Guru or PC Guru 34. I know it's some iteration of your name. Oh my gosh, I can spell. A PC. Gotcha. I thought it did it not go? Okay, maybe I have to add you on here first. Add. Guru. All right, this will be 5 right. Good. Got that. Is it just not finding? Am I? You don't have a number after your name, do you? It's just that. Okay, I just sent it. Sorry. Oh, you're rejecting the friend request. You must have a setting that's blocking them. I'll try and just invite you through Task Force though. Let's just see. You're not currently, yeah. Your privacy settings. You need to change them because I can't even invite you to the team. No, what I'm saying is it's so if I if I try to invite you, it literally comes up, you're not currently accepting task force operation invites. And then if I try to add you as a friend, it also says, oh, well, okay, that one this time went through. Last time it was saying that you weren't. Okay, all right. That'll work. Yeah, so. You haven't done this since it was new. Yeah, I don't. I kind of vaguely remember it's. I don't know if it's the lower chamber or the upper chamber, but it's one of these chambers to get it. Don't forget a remodulator, the built-in remodulators that we have. But back in the day, yeah. And then if you did the Borg story mission, yeah. But yeah, remember back in the day, you had to break in a modulator, and if you didn't, you were screwed. I remember those days. How many fail conditions did we have back then that, like, if people didn't carry the modulator in their inventory, or they didn't have the what suit of armor was it? Is there 2 spots? Okay, well then, Sarah, I'm gonna revert to your expertise on this one because it's been a while since I've done this. Okay, so I got you as a friend. Are you getting the invites now? PC Guru? Nope. You're still not accepting the task force operation invites, and we got to do it task force because we have KDF with us. So once you fix that, I can get you in. Yeah, that's right. The Mako armor and the honor guard. That's right, because they were the only ones that had the modulator thing built into their suit. I think they still do, right? I don't know. I haven't used that armor set in forever. Been a long time since we've used a lot of the older gear, which we still have them. I think they're sitting on a bunch of different bridge officers, but pretty much whenever Kumarki's set came out, I was like, yeah, we're switching to that. And I've, then 2-piece to cool and everything else, so. And Burnham set, and all the other sets in the game that have seemed to put some of the old reputation gear behind a little bit. Gosh, there's been so much old stuff that just I need to go through and look for these old screenshots, because there are times I remember when the T5 Ambassador was like a good ship. I mean, I think the T6 is okay, but settings change. Okay. Invite. There we go. Now we got 5 of us. All right, let's go on to Kidamir in stasis. Everybody can either give me a ready, and I don't even think I have task force operation in here. Okay, I do now. Either give me an R in task force operations or give me an R in chat. Just let me know you're ready to go, and I'm gonna do us in. To Kidamir. Sarah's ready. T5 Avenger was the first ship I paid full release day cash for. I'm trying to remember what the hell my very first ship I ever bought was. I don't remember. I wish they had a thing like a purchase date on there that would tell you, just for the simple fact of knowing when you bought the ship. That would be kind of cool to see. I don't know which one. I mean, like, obviously it's going to be an old tier 5 ship, but I don't know which one it was. No, I don't remember. All right. 1, 2, 3. So, Nasharu, are you ready? Well, you're typing in chat, so I'm assuming you're ready. I have the anti-board full auto phaser right for the accidentally temporarily as a mission reward. The mission that you can get the anti-board pulse rifle game as a mark, ultra rare. I still have something. I don't remember. I gotta check. I took all of my original character's loot and moved it, so it's somewhere if it is. Or more, also known as John Romero spelled backward. I like it. I like it. Sledge Chesterfield. What's going on? How are you? USS Admiral Robocop. It's like 3 different things all together that should not be together, but I like it. I'll take it. USS Admiral Robocop. That's great. All right, I'm assuming the Shard is there. You did just type that in chat. So let's go into Kidamir. Ira Vega is Sarah that's going to be in the group, everybody. So said that both of the chambers we can get them in, but you'll find out. Go in there. Yeah, that's actually very true. That you are not wrong on that, Sledge Chesterfield. That's very true. He is Admiral Robocop, Peter Weller. 100%. I like it. That's a other Doomslayer themed character. Indeed. It is one of the newer Borg missions. I could link, but I would need. All right. All right. Yay for Kidamir. You've never done Kidamir? PC Guru? Oh, well, you're in for a treat. Follow the group, go down, kill Borg. There'll be a platform section, which 3 or 4 of us know how to do. So whenever we get to that room, we'll just figure out who wants to do what. I can do the controls. It doesn't matter to me. Y'all can go blow up the tubes, but basically just follow the group. That's all you gotta do is follow the group. We're doing this one for a bridge officer. So you'll get them. The old original Borg. Do I already have to remodulate? Have we? No, ain't no way. Ain't no way we done that. You forgot to grab hypos. Oh no. I'm sure some will drop. Pew pew pew. Come here, Borgies. We'll group them all together. Yay! Ball lightnings. I love it. Everybody that's using ball lightnings, fantastic. I love it. I like electrical anomalies flying through space. And we're gonna use the Borg's nanite probes against them because why not? Oh wait, it's the wrong Borg. I forgot to grab hypos though. I remember those days. All the consumables. You know what's weird is I've relied less on, well, other than like fleet buffs and stuff, right? Like I've relied less on consumables now than I've ever have before because like everything now is like some kind of clicky upgrade or whatever, right? So kind of interesting. Yes, this is the one. Yeah. Yeah, it's the the crackhead looking Borg officer that, yes, you cannot change its appearance. it's the OG but yes, I mean, I get why you can't change his appearance because this was an original like model that carried over from the beginning of the game for the most part. I'm pretty sure it's always been in here. I could be wrong. I don't know. I would say for at least 14 years that has been in here. Okay, so this is the room, PC Guru, where you just want to kind of follow the group, I will go do the nodes. Oh, never mind. Somebody's already in here. Nasharu, you want the nodes? Yeah, I'll let you do the nodes if you want the nodes. I can go back. I don't mind. But basically, all the group. Where are we at? We're starting from 1. We start top to bottom, but it does not matter. You can go to Alpha 1. What the hell? Okay, we are at Alpha. Anyways, every node that we go to, Nisharu or whoever is up in the room now, they will drop these shields and... Oh, now somebody's at Alpha 3. I'm so confused. Which way are we going, everybody? I'm not organizing this. Come back. We got Alpha 1, Alpha 2, Alpha 3. This is the greatest run ever. This is my favorite run. I love it. I love chaos. Go for it. We'll stay at Alpha 1. Somebody's at 3. Somebody's at 2. Screw it. We could be everywhere all at once. Nishara, good luck. Just pick a random alpha and drop the shield. That's where we're at tonight. I love it.
Enemy detected. New node Alpha 2. Enemy detected. New node Beta 1.
Beta 1. We got one at Beta. We got one at Alpha. We'll just... This is taking me back, guys. I love it. I love it so much. You have no idea why I love it so much. Okay. All right. I'll try and restore a little bit of order here. We will start from Alpha 1. So, where's PC Guru at? This is going to the dentist of TFOs. What's going on, Cheops? Good to see you. How are you? Yes, it is. This is my favorite. Okay. All right. So, PC Guru, why don't you follow Bob? We're gonna go all the way downstairs, and we're gonna go down to Alpha 1. So, I'll show you the fast travel way down here, and that is to come to this section right here, and we're gonna jump over the edge, and we're gonna jump over the edge again. And we're downstairs. Sort of. Oh, wait. Did we jump over the wrong edge? No. We jumped over the right.
Enemy detected. New node Beta.
I went to Beta 1. I went to the wrong one. Anyways, yes. Alpha 1. Sorry. We know where we're going. That's what I meant. Okay, there we go. Alpha 1, and then we'll go to Beta 1. All right, Nishara, it's all in your hands now. We're somewhat organized. We're the most organized TFO group ever. Thank God we have 17 minutes to complete this.
Shield power diverted from power node Beta 1.
Alpha 1. I know I said Beta 1 because I was steering us the correct way. That's what I was doing. But anyways, we're at Alpha 1. And then we'll go to Beta 1 next. We'll just go straight across the hallway to Beta 1. Then we'll go up to 2, and then we'll go up to 3. We'll keep it simple. Yeah, only 17 minutes. It'll be fine. This is like back in the day, man. This is what it was like early on. Except worse. Because everybody just pressed every random button ever. Yep. Nisharu, do you got it? Or do you want me to come up and take the room? No, PC Guru, just stay here. Or no, yeah, never mind. That's Eric. Eric, are you getting the consoles? I know Nishara was in here. I just don't know if he can hear me. I feel like he's muting it or something every so often. I'm not sure. Like he was typing. No, we're at Alpha 1.
Shield power diverted from power node Beta 1.
This is why this TFO is not typically ran very much. It's just because of the fact that like it has nothing to do with anybody else. It's just the fact that like organizing this is a nightmare. It's a nightmare to do. And it's not a very well explained mechanic at all from Cryptic's end. And if you've never done the control room or you've never done the locations, you know, it's pretty much top to bottom.
Your node Beta 3.
Okay. Sarah, stay there with PC Guru. I hope you guys have the DPS. I'm gonna go hit the right consoles. I feel like I'm not sure if Nisharu can hear us or not, but I do know. Hey Nisharu, go ahead and hit examine console if you can. Actually, you know what? Here, let me just do this. Let me just type this in, and hopefully, what chat would you have up? I guess team. Hit examine console and teleport. I will do the rest. And then, yeah. Let's see if that will maybe work.
Enemy detected. Your node Alpha 2. Enemy detected. Your node
What
1. Shield power diverted from power node Alpha 2 Alpha.
am I getting trolled right now, Nisharu? Are you trolling me? Are you really messing with me here? I mean, I'm okay with it if you are. You just gotta tell me that you are. I feel like we're not gonna get this done. I just don't know if he can hear me or not. Like he was just talking in stream. And now I don't know. Help!
Enemy detected. Your node Beta 1.
Okay. We're gonna do
Detected. Your node Alpha 3. Shield power diverted from power node Beta 1.
I have to be getting messed with, right? Like I have to be at this point. Yeah, I said that. I said that.
Enemy detected. Your node Alpha 3.
I feel like I have to be getting this. Okay, you guys are at Alpha 3. Just there.
Shield power diverted from power node.
It's that simple. Listen for the cue. Hit the console.
Detected. Your node Beta 2.
Okay, you're at Beta 2. Beta 2 is dropping. All right. Next one.
Enemy detected. Your node Beta 2.
All right. That Beta 2. Got it.
Shield power detected from power node Beta 2.
He said, hold my beer and watch this in Discord. Shara, all you gotta do is hit examine console and go to teleport, and then just head out. I got the rest of this. I'm just listening for what node they're at. Okay, so I'm gonna go with Beta 2 because that's been the most consistent one. I think you all might be somewhat split, but Beta 2 is in the middle of the room. Alpha 3. Okay, wait. Beta 3 or Alpha 3? They said those are both at the same time. I'm just gonna do Beta 3. Because Beta 2 dropped quick. I'm assuming 2 of you are at Beta 2. I can't see your screen, so I'm assuming that's where you guys are at. Okay, I hear Alpha 3. So we're going Alpha 3. I think we got it, right? We should be good? Is that... Nope, 5 of 6. We need one more. There we go, 6 of 6. Okay, good job. Everybody got it. Fantastic. We are the A team. Good job. I freaking love it. Let's do it again. All right, so now there's 2 intermixed chambers. One's up here. Whee! There it is. Accolade completed, assimilated. Where's PC Guru at? Did he go through? Wait, did he run through here? I see Sarah, I see Eric. Hold on, where's... Where are Nisharu and PC Guru? Where are you guys? Are you at the other one? All you guys got to do is run through it. Get the alkalate assimilated. You guys come up here? Let me see. Did you come up here? I see some people over here. Who is this? Nope, that's a Targ. What the heck? Let's see. Where is Nisharu? Where is Isiguru? Okay, I see Nisharu. All right, so Nisharu, you can come follow Bob. Where'd you go? You went down. You ran away. Yep, we failed the optional objective. I don't know if we can actually get them now, but we'll see. All right, Nisharu. Yes, this way. Follow Bob. All right, we're gonna go back up. I gotta find PC Guru somewhere. I don't know. Sarah, did anybody find Nate at PC Guru? Oops, sorry, that was my fault. We're just looking for one other person. I don't know where he's at. Oh, there he is. Hey, did you run through here? All you gotta do is run right through here. And you'll get the assimilated alkalade. All right, go ahead and destroy him. I think everybody should be set. I'm gonna go stand inside while it... Will it let us destroy it? Oh, it is. Yep, there it goes. I'm gonna stand inside of it. I don't remember. Can you die off of this one? Oh yeah, you can die inside of it. Yeah, there we go. That's what I wanted to do. All right, everybody, go back downstairs to the middle. Follow where Sarah or Sarah and Orimor are going, because I will be respawning out here. Aha! I knew exactly what was going to happen there. Hi, everybody. All right, we gotta destroy this one, and then we go fight the big board baddie, and we are done. Run through, survive. All right. Now we just go fight the bad guy, and we win. And that is the cancer known as Kitamir Ground. You've done it once, and you never have to do it again if you don't want to. Or if you queue up for randoms, it's possible you'll get thrown in here, and it will be a nightmare for you. But, yeah, it's not any of y'all's fault. It is just a terribly explained TFO. There is no explanation for it. You just have to learn the control room and learn where the nodes are. That's it. And it takes a little bit of time of doing it, but yeah. That one is so easy. Yeah, it's the favorite amongst everybody. Woohoo! Yay! Hey, good job, everybody. We managed to do it in under 17 minutes. I'm happy about that. That's an absolute win in my book, okay? I've failed this one with randoms before several times, so congratulations, we won. I don't want to. Woohoo! Just listen to the audio prompts. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. I was listening for them too, but I know it's not everybody's. Did it even give me him at all? Or is he gonna be under another tab? Where do you get him at? Duty officers. Personnel. Gonna show up in here. Oh, that's the Romulan Reman because of tier 5. Where does he show up at? I forget where you grab him. In a dilithium reclaim. There he is. We have him. Everybody should have him now. Thank you, Sarah. Appreciate that. So as long as you got, now you have the Borg duty officer that you cannot customize, or bridge officer that you cannot customize, but he is horrible, and congratulations. I don't even think Bob has room on his account to slot him anywhere. Or Bob. Nah, whatever. They can sit in the duty officer or the bridge officer roster. Okay. I needed Tholian ships. Are we still in a task force? You guys want to do? Are we still in? No, it got this man. I gotta get Tholian ships. I think I'm gonna do the other horrible TFO, which is the vault. If you all want to do it, can. If not, I'm just gonna queue it because, yeah, reasons. do. Yeah, we could do Azure Nebula too. We could do either one of them, whichever one pops. Actually, no, I'm gonna put it on normal, just so I'm pretty sure it's gonna queue up more so on normal, and it will advance for elite. I just gotta queue both of them, so whichever one pops up. But yeah. We'll just see whichever one makes it, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm in no rush. We just gotta do Tholian ships. I got a scoot. It was fun. Have fun storming the nebula. Thank you, Eric Hawk. I appreciate you being here as always. Take care. We will definitely be seeing you through in Discord, and hopefully catch you on the next stream. Take it easy, bud. And tomorrow, everybody will be watching the dev stream in the morning to check out the Kelvin stuff. So you can all catch that if you can. I think that's 9 a.m. Eastern time. Oh, Pacific time. Yeah. It is the great Cornholio. What's up? We were just talking about you earlier. We sent a PlayStation player your way. How are you, Cornholio? How are you doing tonight? Are you streaming at the moment? I don't know. Maybe you are. Maybe you're not, but good to see you. Hope you're having a good time. And I was able to hang out with you a couple times this week, so it was fantastic. What you been up to today? Anything new? Wolf Gray says, get back in your basement. How is life on the PlayStation side of things? You all got to be getting pretty excited here soon. You're about to end crystalline entity and then start the Cavort next week. So got a lot to look forward to there. Yeah, but we were literally talking about you as a PlayStation content creator. We sent a new player over today to go and hopefully they followed you. I don't know. But if you see somebody by the name of It's Just Dapper, they literally just started playing STO today. So, and they're playing on PlayStation. I said, "Oh, that's fantastic. We know somebody who does." So, they should hopefully be visiting you at some point. But if not, we'll drag them over there. I will make sure they come one way or another. They're coming with me. We'll drag them if we have to. No, we're not that mean. Oh, no worries at all, Nisharu. You're fine. It's not like I said, it's not anybody's fault at all. I just didn't know if you were messing with me or trolling me or anything. I was like, am I being messed with right now? Because like I wasn't sure if you could hear me or not. I was like, he knows, right? Like he's got to know where we're standing at, but it's okay if you didn't. Like I get it. So yes. Are you talking about myself, J-Ops? Or yeah, because it's possible. I have 2 accounts, so I don't know which one. Hey, it's okay. If you trolled me, I'm okay with it. I'm not sure which handle it was, but I have ran into you in several TFOs, J-Ops. In fact, you were in my video at one point where you came through. So I did a video on the Grawl, and you came through and you smacked the hell out of that TFO, but then like you fell off, and I was like, what happened? But then you told me, you said that it lagged for you or something, so you bounced out or something to that effect. But I do remember that. But I like I said, yeah. Oh, I know when it's you, we all know. But you are a hell of a player, so we understand that. We enjoy it. I like seeing the big numbers when I go in there. I'm like, oh yay. I think you said you had like a misfire on a TFO or something, and it was something. Well, not a misfire. I think it lagged for you or something to that effect. And you stop running. At least it's people and not buildings like Nick. Oh no. Oh, Nick, the bus driver. How is Nick doing? I haven't stopped by his channel in a minute. Because I know he was on vacation for a little bit. Like, yeah, I haven't there in a minute. In that video, I think it was back-to-back fog misfires, and I remember you telling me about that. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, because I told Eric, I was like, I was so surprised. I was like, because I've ran several, ISEs, and you're usually, when I come across you, I know exactly who you are, and I'm go, well, that's weird because like he was just popping off, and then he just stopped, and I don't know what happened to him. Like you disappeared. So I understand that much 100%. Yeah, I'm sure we do, Nisharu, and if it pops, I don't mind. I can sit here and talk with chat. You take your time. Honestly, I'm in no rush whatsoever. You go and take your time. Go take a break if you want to. I don't know if you can still hear me, so I'll just say go for it, and then hopefully you can either hear me or see me type back, but you're fine. No big deal. Like I said, I'm in no rush. I'm just kind of chilling, hanging out with chat, and if it pops, great. If it doesn't, oh well. I could go run the story mission and get Tholians right at the entrance of that story mission and go knock out all 30 in 20 seconds. I was more or less just queuing this to queue it and do something. So that's all it was. It was nothing more than that. So don't stress it. Go enjoy your break. Anybody's always welcome to take a break or do whatever they need to do. I never ever impressed for time for anything. Unless it comes to putting out videos, I guess. Okay, sounds good, bud. Take your time. Oh, is it not? Did it not? Oh, it did. It kicked us out of the queue. Okay, that's perfect then. It kicked us out of the queue. I love it. There you go. I thought it was. I must not have been paying attention. Fine. I'll wait for him to get back anyway. I mean, it's true. We could just 2 or 3 man it. I'll just wait for him to get back. I'm not gonna pull him in because you know I don't want him getting AFK'd out of there. So we could do. I mean, it's not that hard of a TFO. Very easy. But yeah, if I'm on Che-Ups, if you ever see this handle right here, this is the free-to-play account of mine. So it has literally like, I mean, he's barely elite ready. Like he can pull 75k DPS. That's about it. So this account, if you do see him, it's mainly for content purposes. The main account, I have ran into on that one too. I do have characters that are named Captain Spicy Pants and stuff on there, so it's possible that you saw me through that too. Thanks for the invite. That was my first invite TFL. Only done pugs. Well, PC Guru, you're always welcome to join us. If you even want to come and do Azure Nebula, you are more than welcome to join us. This TFO is very, very simple compared to Kitamir. This one, all you have to do is go and free these Romulan ships from Tholians and do it through like 5 or 6 different hangar bay areas, and then kill a bunch of stuff, and that's about it. It's a very simple one. So if you want to join us again, you're more than welcome to. If not, I completely understand. But this one will not be nearly anywhere near as a nightmare for a first time run through Kitamir. Cornholio, wait a second. What the hell? No, I'm just kidding. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I do appreciate you. So yeah, feel free to join us if you'd like to. Yeah, I think it disbanded because I didn't queue it afterwards, but I can definitely re-add you. If y'all want to come back in, you're like more than welcome to, by all means. I am not pressed for anything. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna give it till Nasharu gets back, and then we'll run a Azure Nebula, you know, or yeah, and we'll just go kill Tholians and have fun pew pews. This one you don't have to worry about PC Guru. There's no spell mechanics or anything like that. It's not time. This is just go shoot stuff. Enjoy. Go pew pew everything. What is it? Che-Ups, you always say do 2 million DPS. That's it. Go do 2 million DPS. You'll be fine. Or go do 4 million DPS. Ooh, Kelvin bundle tomorrow. We're less than 12 hours away from the Kelvin bundle. No. We're less than 12 hours away from the servers being shut down. My bad. I forget. I gotta think about Pacific time. Not my time. East Coast time is different than Pacific time. Right. Got it. That's how the world works. My spacebar tied to servers confirmed. Well, that explains a lot. That's why we always have server maintenance on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Che-Ups is blowing up the servers. Makes sense. I get it. Who do we talk to about this? I mean, like, what do we do at this point? Server stability is getting better. It's not too bad, though. Or Trisso. Oh, my God. Yeah, he went into his inventory or his bank. One of the two. For sure. Benjamin, yeah, you're more than welcome to join us, of course. Yeah. Like I said, we're just waiting for the star to get back from their break, and then we'll go in. Come on, join us. Actually, I don't know if I can. Oops. I didn't mean to do that, but that's fine. You're already on the team. And you, and then fast forward. All right. That will be 5 of us. Waiting for Shara when they. It's no rush. Just that's all we're waiting for, so that everybody else. So if you guys need to take a minute, grab a water, stretch your legs, get the spicy crabs off of you, whatever you need to do. I don't know. I'm not your real mom. I can't tell you what to do. But just, yeah, now's the time. Go do it. Go enjoy. Oh, well, there you go. Too late. Everybody, give me a ready in some kind of chat. Nasharo, I would take that as you're ready. Just any kind of chat. Doesn't matter. Well, okay, it does matter. Task Force Operation chat or stream chat. Just let me know. Then we'll queue in. Oh no, water's. Oh well, it's almost the end of stream. It's fine. We got like half an hour left. So Cornhole, you're not streaming tonight. Who is streaming right now on the Twitch side of things? I got to pull up my Twitch. Let's see who we may go and say hi to tonight. There's this guy, this Wolf Gray guy. I don't know about him. I mean, he's pretty awesome, but sometimes. Oh, let's see. Wolf Gray. What are you streaming right now? What is that? No. Why does Twitch Mobile hate me? Oh, you're playing ESO. Ah, damn it. I want to go play ESO. I would have to fire up my account and probably download a bunch of updates, though. Wouldn't have time to join you. Oh, Greebog is on, too. Greebog's on. Wolf Gray's on. We might go give Greebog some love tonight on the Twitch side of things. If he's still on when we're done here. Okay. Ready. Back. Isaguru, you here? Are you ready? And well, we're not raiding right now. I'm just saying if we got 30 minutes. If he's on, I'm gonna go raid him for sure. If he's on in half hour, I'll go raid him. I don't know what his time frame is, so but I would like for people to go give Greebog some support and hang out with him. He's another STO streamer. He's a good guy. So very chill, very much going through some stuff right now, but you know, he's doing really good. So. But yeah, well, if he's still on in half hour, we're gonna go raid him. I got his stream up right now, so I'm kind of lurking in it. He's got a couple people in here. There we go. Yay, we made it. We made it into the Azure Nebula. 2 Tholians. 3 ships. Oh, somebody's out of their ship. Oh, what the hell? It fixed itself. No! I wanted to see somebody fly around. I wanted somebody to walk around in space. So, PC Guru, if you pan your map or your camera around, you'll kind of see these Tholian webs on these rocks. And that's pretty much it. They're just going to go free them from their tractor beam holdings. And then once we free everybody, we're just going to fight a big tarantula recluse. And yeah, that's it. Oh, wait, yeah, I forgot about this part. We got to... Oh, you're going to 1, you're going to 1. I'll go to this one out here. I'll go to 3. Whee! It's on normal difficulty, so it should not... Phew! Terrible to fight all this stuff, but, you know. Hey, look at that. We're already at 18 of 30 on the first wave. 20 of 30. Okay, that one's going to be free. And then another one will cycle. It'll just keep cycling down.
If you are caught inside the web, try to destroy one side of it and escape before it collapses in on you.
Oh no. What will we ever do? The web collapses on me. 27 of 30. Is there somebody over this one? There is. We come and say hi. We're gonna steal 3 Tholian ships real quick. Does anybody else need Tholian ships, or is it just me? If you can hear me, you can type it in the party or the team chat or anything else. But if I'm the only one that needs Tholian ships, then I will just continue to pew pew. But if you all need Tholian ships, then I will not continue to pew pew. Wait till you get yours. I want more hull, more turn rate. Questions. I like hull. I like hull because that gives me more crit chance from Tyler's duality. So yay. Give me more. Okay, so you're good. You don't need any. Okay. PC Guru, any of you all, if you guys need Tholians for your endeavors, let me know. If not, I'm going to continue to help free ships. Okay. Garu's good. And yeah. I'm gonna come back over here to Sarah's, and Sarah's good. Okay, all right. So we're just gonna pew pew everything and complete the thing and disable the tractor beam. Easy peasy. And I'm gonna pass on all the loot. So if y'all need salvage or whatever, grab it all. Bob's not gonna have enough dilithium by the next. Well, he might by the next upgrade event because he's already burned all this one.
More Tholian ships are on the way here.
Oh no. Somebody up at that one? Yes. We fight this recluse. Pew pew pew. I forget how, like, the older TFOs like these, how long they can be just because, like, they're timer-based stuff. You don't really see them unless you, like, you know, barely get them on a random queue, but I guess if you do something private like this. Kind of cool going back doing some of these older ones. Because nowadays, I feel like it's just nothing but infected and hive for the most part. And I get why it is, you know, but it's nice to know there's other TFOs in this game. All right. Oh, are you in the T6? Hold on. Is that the ship I think it is? Oh yeah. Oh, I like your design on there. I like the nacelle choices. I like it. It's all over the place. It's like a mosh posh freaking Connie. You got the mirror warship, what's it called? The pylons. You've got the Constitution Beta nacelles. You've got the Constitution A deflector dish. And what is your saucer? Let's see. That is... I don't... Disco. Very neat. I dig it. Real fun is trying to get people to complain about your Starbase 1 event DPS and a Solomon cell ship. No way. No way. What? People really complain about that? I love it. I love it when there's like high DPS like coming into the event things, because the way I look at it is it gets done quicker. It's over faster. I get my marks, I move on. I can't believe people would complain about stuff like that. Like, honestly, it's a weird thing to complain about, especially during an event. That's weird. That is very weird. Get your marks, get your event done, then go queue up for something else. A T5 Solomon ship. Cell ship at that. That's fantastic. Have all these. Boop, 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 boop. It's not, you know, it doesn't surprise me sometimes what some players will be upset about, because I'm just like, there is a lot of things that people are justified for being upset about by all and any means, but some things that are just like, this makes your life easier so that you can go on about your day. I don't know why he would complain about it. I guess maybe there's just reasons I'm not seeing and understanding. But, you know, again, everybody can complain. They're allowed to have their opinions, even if they're wrong. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm right there with you, especially with how many accounts I run and different, you know, characters and whatever. Like, any chance I get during any kind of event, if somebody goes through and just knocks it out, I am so over the moon for it. I'm like, oh, thank God. Like, granted, yeah, I can do my own DPS, but I'm just saying, if somebody comes through and blasts it, like, before they fixed Crystalline Entity, I know why they had to do it, because some people were getting AFK penalties. But it wasn't an always thing, so when people would come through and just like nuke it in like 2 seconds, I was happy with it. I was like, cool, I got my stuff, my crystalline's done, on to the next thing I was doing. Like, I was okay with that. But I understand why they had to patch it. It just it was still kind of funny though. There's a, you know, of all the things that you have to, or not have to do, but that you do on doo-doo that you do on STO, right? It can be a time gated process. It can be a process to where you're like doing stuff like this, where, you know, you have 15 minutes inside a TFO that maybe you don't necessarily want to do, but that's 15 minutes of your time taken up that you could be doing something else. So anytime that you can reduce that time to be doing something like, I don't know, gathering DSEs or working on a build or something like that, like, I'm all for it. Let me do the stuff that helps towards the end versus the stuff that is dragging out. It's just like everyone complaining about the jellyfish. I'm happy when I can sit back and chill. I bring in the jellyfish on every single defensive Starbase 1. Every single time I do it, I bring in the jellyfish. And I have had people get on my case about it, and their reasoning is that they couldn't shoot anything. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Like, just not flip my jellyfish. I mean, that's fine. I if you want, I can do pew-pews in the jellyfish. I don't need to flip it. I just like to flip it because I get to be lazy and it electrocutes everything and I'm done. But, like, I think that's just a weird thing to be upset about. And I get it that it's, like, kind of that aspect of, like, oh, I don't get to use my ship, but it's an event. It's not a, it's not like you're queuing up for elite trying to test your damage of your ship or see where you're at, right? So, and I get that people like also just want to fly their ships and they want to, you know, do all the pew pews and stuff. I get that, but at the same time, it's like I don't think events are the places to really be concerned about that. Most people are exactly like what you're saying, is they just want to sit through it, get it done, and move on. Even not realizing you can do the exact same thing with Fire at Will in terms of coverage. It's still a 20k sphere. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. And if you have the Breen Yacht Dot trait, right, then it's 100% uptime at that point, and then you can just go through and beam Fire at Will everything down in that 20k. Yeah, so I mean, again, it's like it's just odd to me that sometimes, and again, I don't ever want to disparage anybody and just like say, oh, you know, it's terrible that they're doing this, but at the same time, it's like I feel like there are more things to be upset about than what somebody is or is not doing in the game, especially since it's the very game that you're playing. And if anything, that should just show you like you could potentially, possibly, if you put the time and effort into it, or you want to, even you could achieve that yourself someday. You know, all it is literally a time gated thing. You know, you just gotta build a ship. Understand builds, understand mechanics, understand timers, you know, and then once you get that down, then you just got to build up your endeavors, build up your reputations, whatever. But either way, I just think it's really a silly thing for people to complain about, and I don't know. I like I said, silly to me, but not my place to tell people, hey, don't be upset about it, because yeah. Ooh, he can starting to slowly build back Bob's dilithium. That upgrade. Oh yeah, so yeah, just so everybody who is following Bob's journey, like I said, he's only got a few things left to epic out for his free to play build. So he's made a lot of progress on that upgrade weekend. Where do we at? So we got like 20 minutes. We got 20 minutes. What do we want to do? I don't know. I might kind of feel like I might call it just 20 minutes early. I think we're gonna go give Greebog a shout over on Twitch. As far as YouTube is concerned, everybody, I am gonna call it just a little bit early tonight, like we have kind of been doing here lately, because it's winding down for tonight. So just to do a recap before we head out, there will be a complete beginner's guide from 0 to 65 for all the players coming into STO who don't know what's what. That will be up on my channel on YouTube by Thursday. Greebog is also ending. Oh no. Okay. Well, crap. Wait, no, he's raining over to me. Oh no. We were gonna raid over to him. I just saw it. Oh, hold on. Wait. No, Greebog. It just happened. I literally was trying to say, wait. Greebog, we were literally about ready to raid over to you. I kid you not. Welcome in, raiders. I guess we're all gonna actually move over to Wolfgray's stream. Only because I am calling it a night myself. But since all the raiders have come in, welcome in. I'm Captain Spicy Pants. I'm sorry, I am cutting it off tonight myself, so it is going to be a double raid. But welcome in. I appreciate you all. Greebog, I was actually going to raid everybody over to you to go give you some love, but thank you. Appreciate that very much. I hope you had a good stream. But yes, for the YouTube side of things, everybody, I am going to be releasing a beginner guide video. Should be out on Thursday. If anything changes, we do have an active Discord. I will keep you all updated inside that. But otherwise, yeah, so YouTube side, we are done. Have a good rest of your night. Twitch, I'm going to raid us back over to the Wolf Gray for anybody who's not in his chat. So That way, those of you who are not there can go hang out with Wolf Gray for tonight. So take care, everybody. I'm Captain Spicy Pants. I will see you all on the frontiers, and let's raid over to um the wolf. It's self-serving, right? Because he's why is it not wanting to raid you? What is going on here? What the heck is happening? I literally I do not understand this. Yeah, what the heck is happening? It is not going? Oh, oh, shoot. I'm tired. I hit the wrong button. There we go. My bad. I hit the wrong thing. Now we're moving. Have a good night, everybody. I will see you all this week on YouTube or next stream, next Monday or random stream. I don't know. Bye.